What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another live watch-along. Champions League Wednesdays, people. These are nights that we were supposed to be dreaming about, you know, when we was playing Bodo Glimt and Dundalk. Sorry, Dundalk. I always come for them, don't I? But, you know, the mood around Arsenal at the moment, we're not particularly excited about watching Arsenal when you think about what happened at Bournemouth and Newcastle, people. So, yeah, it is what it is. Will they, will it be some sort of rescue mission from Arsenal tonight? Will they fix their problems and figure out how to get back to winning ways in the Champions League? Inter Milan tonight in the San Siro. I mean, it's a very difficult game. They're second in the league. They're the Italian champions. Notoriously difficult to beat. And listen, we've got a massive week. Obviously, we got Chelsea at the weekend in the league. That's a huge game for Arsenal. But they've got to focus on tonight. They need to get a result. Listen, a draw's not the end of the world, but they need to show that they can perform. There's a lot of question marks over this Arsenal team at the moment and how good they are and, what sort of level they are capable of reaching. And a lot of things have happened over the last few weeks. Jack Wilshere's left the club, and now obviously Edu has left the club as well, which is very, very interesting. They've made one or two changes into. We're going to look at the team lineups, and we'll figure out what's what in terms of the teams. But listen, people, do me a favor, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We've just gone past 83k. We want to hit 100k by the end of the season. And I appreciate everyone's support. Winning at the San Siro ain't for everyone. Yeah, man, good win that for Liverpool. Raza said, yes, Curtis, love your show with Dan. I look forward to seeing you on his channel more often. Would be great to see a trident of Dan and Turkish do a show together. Yeah, why not, man? Divine, big up Curtis. Great hoodie. I feel like this game tonight is going to be premium. Sporting versus Man City. Are we going to be Sporting or City, though? That's the problem. Gyokeres is the truth, said Cello. We're going to talk about him. Slowino mode activated. Yeah, Marino in midfield is going to be very interesting. Let's have a look at the Arsenal team. It will be on... It will be on here shortly. But let me get it up on the screen so we can kind of have a look at it, and then it will come on the screen shortly, people. This is your Arsenal lineup. David Raya in goal. Ben White returns at right back. Obviously, Partey was at right back at Newcastle. But he returns now. Saliba and Gabriel at centre back. And Urian Timber plays at left back. So, listen, for me, that's Arsenal's strongest back four, in my opinion. I think with everybody fit and available, this is still the back four that I would go for. So, no excuses there. This is where, obviously, it gets a little bit tricky. Partey, Marino, and Trossard in the midfield. Some people are listing it as 4-4-2. But I think effectively it ends up with Trossard in attacking midfield and Havertz up front. Partey and Marino, how's that going to work? Partey has done very well in recent games, playing in the 6 role. Marino, it's a big night for him. I'll be honest, I have not liked what I've seen of him so far in an Arsenal shirt. He looks very slow, and I don't really see how he affects the game. But, they paid £30-odd million for a player, 28 years of age with a year on his deal. There has to be real quality there in some form. But can he produce it in an Arsenal shirt? I actually think the Champions League might suit him a little bit better, as it's a slower style of football. So we'll see how that goes with Marino in midfield. Trossard in the 10, I mean. Trossard is just a confusing footballer. He's been terrible in recent games. After actually hitting a run of form where you thought he's starting to perform again in that 10 role, this could be the guy that replaces Martin Odegaard while he's out injured, and then he's back to Stella or Trossard again, and you're like, what the hell is going on with this guy? So, yeah, it's a tricky one when it comes to Trossard, but we need something from him. The front three: Saka, Martinelli, and Havertz. I mean, it's difficult because I'm kind of like, I feel like he should have changed something, but the guys on the bench. Are you going to bring in Raheem Sterling? Are you going to bring in Gabriel Jesus? Would you throw Waneri in as a 17-year-old away at the San Siro? I'm not sure. But Martinelli and these guys have got to perform. The one thing I will say today, people, interplay with 3 centre-backs and 2 wing-backs. Now, I think when you're a winger, you've got to force the wing-backs backwards because effectively the wing-back is playing as a full-back and as the winger. Denzel Dumfries and DiMarco usually are the 2 wing-backs for Inter. If I'm Martinelli, I'm staying high. Timber should be able to go 1v1 with Dumfries, and the wingers may get space down the side. So that is where I do think Arsenal can get joy. But what they've got to do, they've got to push Saka and Martinelli high up the pitch. If not, it ain't happening. That's the way you've got to punish them, people. And then the Arsenal bench, obviously, the good news, Martin Odegaard returns. Neto, Setford, Kivior, Zinchenko, Robinson, Lewis Skelly, Jorginho, Waneri, Martin Odegaard, the captain, Butler Oyedeji, Raheem Sterling, and Gabriel Jesus. Still no Tomiyasu, and still no Kieran Tierney. It's an okay bench, but will the manager even use them? That is the question. Will the manager even use those players off the bench? We're going to have a look at the Inter Milan team because they've made changes. And I did say this on the show the other day with Dan that, listen, Inter Milan play Napoli this weekend. Napoli are top of the league. It's a massive game for Inter. Inter are the champions. They're going to be desperate to retain the Serie A title. Conte's gone to Napoli and they're top of the league. And there's a slight bit of rotation with Inter Milan. So we're going to get that Inter Milan team on the screen for you, people. Jan Sommer, in goal. But they've made changes. No Barella, no DiMarco, and no Marcus Thuram, and no Bastoni, people. 4 key players left on the bench. I'm telling you now, I'm giving you all the warning. I'm sorry. I know what you're going to say. It's the San Siro and it's a tough... Yeah, of course it's a tough game. They've rested 4 key players. Inzaghi don't even rate us. He thinks they're playing against Brighton. Barella's their best midfielder. Bastoni's probably their best centre-back. Thuram, okay. Latoro and him, similar. Thuram's a different proposition. And DiMarco's their left wing-back. This guy's playing Darmian, left wing-back. Yeah, Darmian, who used to play for Man United, right-back. He's playing left wing-back. If we don't trouble this Inter Milan team with 4 of their key players rested. So their team, Jan Sommer, Pavard, De Vrij and Bissek. Their midfield is Zielinski, Kalinoglu and Fratesi. Dumfries plays right wing back. Darmian left wing back. Lautaro Martinez is the captain. And Taremi. And like I said, on the bench, they've got Arnautovic, Marcus Thuram, Barella, Mkhitaryan, former Arsenal player, DiMarco, Bastone. 4 of those players started on the weekend. Barella, DiMarco, Bastone, and Marcus Thuram all started. They've rested 4 of their key players. Barella, for me, I've said many times, it's the midfielder that I would love to get to Arsenal. I think he's a fantastic player. I've always wanted Arsenal to sign him. To be honest, the things that I've read, he's pretty much said all the time that he doesn't want to leave Italy. So, and they're the champions. So it's an interesting one. It is an interesting one, but I'm going to tweet that. I actually can't believe Inter have made 4 key changes. Inter resting 4 key players for their game against Napoli. At the weekend. We have to take advantage. I'm telling you now, if we get beat, with no Barella, Bastoni or Thuram. But it's Arsenal. We lost to Bournemouth, so who's the other one? Barella, Bastoni, Thuram, and DiMarco. We lost to Bournemouth, so why should I think that because they've rested players, we still can't mess up? You know, that's the way Arsenal are at the moment, unfortunately. But it'll still be a tough game. It will still be a tough game. So yeah, that's the Inter Milan lineup. Listen, it's a tough place to go. That, you know, they're the champions of Italy. They've got a style that is hard to get the better of, you know, because they can defend as a 5. They get forward quickly. I remember at one stage we were linked with DiMarco. I didn't really rate him that highly, but he's improved in the wing-back role. Not so great at fullback. You know, not so great at fullback. Taremi did play for Porto, I think. Yeah. Scored a lot of goals. Ken said, love DiMarco as well. Has created the most chances. He scored that amazing volley, I think, for Italy the other week during the internationals. Rafa Leao cooked last night. Terry Fleur said he wouldn't swap Garnacho for him. Oh, dear. Yay. What can I say? What can I say? I actually don't think Garnacho's that good. I really don't. I get it. You protect your own young player, and he's a Man United fan. I actually don't really rate Garnacho at all. Yeah, Aston Villa conceded a mad goal in this game. I don't know if anyone's seen it. Emi took the free kick to Tyrone Mings, and Tyrone Mings put his hand on the ball and moved it to retake the free kick, and the referee was like, the ball's already in play, mate. It's a penalty. You know what I mean? So, and then they scored the penalty. So Villa will be fuming with Tyrone Mings unnecessarily handballing it. But anyway, we'll come back to the teams and we'll work our way towards the game. Ricky said, and he's just said it, did you see what Club Brugge just got a penalty for? Gabriel Bozo Gene settings. Listen, man, I'm not comparing Gabriel to Mings. He's levels above him. But yeah, it was a crazy moment. Big up, Ricky. Guna Carlos, those 20 minutes of Odegaard will feel immaculate. I think we have to stay calm with Odegaard. Odegaard's a fantastic player. He's key to this team. But we're not bringing prime Thierry Henry back. We're not bringing Dennis Bergkamp or Alexis Sanchez. You know, I don't expect him to just look like an absolute world beater. He's been out for 6-7 weeks with an ankle injury. I think he'll come on and take it steady and keep the ball. I don't think you'll see things straight away from him. Maybe the odd nice little pass here and there. Sniper said, okay, so I'm making daily Gyokeres 3 goals versus City. And S. Rooney said, so you're saying is still a chance, Jim Carey settings people. Listen, a lot of you have mentioned him in the chat. Of course, I'm not going to go into this show without talking about this guy. Big up Saeed in the chat. Hope you're well. You must. Just quickly, bro, I just want to ask, who are you playing tonight? I haven't seen it on the fixture list. Just feel free to let me know in the comments. I'm just wondering who United are playing tonight. If anyone can inform me of that, I'd appreciate it, because I'm looking on SofaScore and I can't see that. Oh, they're playing on Thursday, you said. Okay, I'll leave it at that, shall I? But big up Saeed, man. It ain't easy, bro. It ain't easy. Sporting Lisbon fans now, yeah? Your manager's at Sporting. I get it. Respectfully, though, bro. Big up Saeed. Make sure you follow him. I'm sure you do. Hey, anyway. It is shameless. We haven't even won the Champions League. But what do you want me to do, people? I've got to fire off shots where I can, people. So, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is, people. Anyway, where was we? Right, let's talk about him. You're all in the comments going, when are you going to talk about Gyokeres, man? I don't care about the Arsenal team. Do you know what? People? Kind of don't want to talk about him. Do you know why? Because do you think he ends up in an Arsenal shirt? Do you think he ends up in an Arsenal shirt? That's the reality. That's the reality, people. Hat-trick against Man City. Yeah, 2 penalties, but constant threat, menace. Held that defender off him like he was a nobody. Did the Mesut Ozil finish. Hit it into the ground to lob the goalkeeper. I said I don't want to watch no more of this game. I didn't want to watch it. I watched the Real Madrid game. I said, nah, not interested. The bigger this guy's profile gets, the less likely he ends up at Arsenal. I'm seeing the thing today. Barcelona want him to replace Lewandowski. Manchester City have already been watching him. Pep's just seen him score a hat-trick. He's probably thinking City might go for him. And his manager's at Man United. Do you think he ends up at Arsenal? I don't want to get myself potentially hyped for this deal to happen because I don't see it happening. And you know what? The only chance you've actually got of getting this guy is if you get him in January, in my opinion. You go to Sporting Lisbon, activate the release clause, quadruple his wages and grab him before the summer. Because in the summer, it's going to be a free-for-all to get this guy. It's going to be an absolute free-for-all to get him. Everybody who wants a striker is going to go for him. Chelsea want a striker. Man United will go for him. Barca are looking. City will go for him. Even Liverpool, there's talk of Darwin Núñez going and they go for him. We will not get him if 4 or 5 big clubs in Europe are trying to get him. The only hope is that the club get a little bit of backbone and go and activate the release clause in January. And if they don't, you ain't getting him. So that's where I'm at with it. I mean, listen, I like Isak as well. I actually think all-round game, Isak probably suits Arsenal more than Gyokeres. He's more of a ruthless striker, though, and a goal scorer, plays on the shoulder. Isak kind of drifts across the lines. I actually think Isak suits Arsenal more than Gyokeres. That doesn't mean I necessarily want him. I'll take any of them. The problem you've got is that Isak has years left on his contract and they've got the richest owners in the world. There's no release clause, so how do you get him out of it? Are Arsenal going to drop 100 million on Isak? I don't think they will. Which is why I say get Gyokeres, because he would actually be cheaper than Isak. His release clause is 80 million. So, I don't know. Listen, last night, because a lot of people have said, listen, only the Portuguese league, only done it in the Championship. The guy's played 4 Champions League games. He scored 5 goals and got man of the match in 3 games and just gunned down Manchester City. Believe you me, this is now the most wanted striker in world football. Because obviously Haaland and Mbappe and these guys are not moving. This is the #1 priority for every club that wants a striker. So we should have bought him in the summer. We should have bought him in the summer when he was still under the radar a little bit. But listen, the door's not closed. Activate the release clause and you can get him. But will they? Probably not. A lot of people said in the summer, who should Arsenal have bought? You keep talking about a striker. I said it was quite simple. We had 3 clear options who to get. If you want to spend the big dough, you get Gyokeres at 85 million. If you want to go a bit lower, Osimhen ended up available at 65 million. And if you wanted to go for the cheaper option, Ivan Toney was there at 40 million. There was no excuse when we were prepared to pay the 55 million to get Benjamin Sesko. Why did we not buy one of the 3 strikers that were available in the summer? And the second part of that question is, why, out of those 4 strikers that were available, did you want Sesko out of them? I would actually say Sesko is potentially the worst striker out of them 4. There's no way he's better than Gyokeres. There's no way, in my opinion, he's better than Osimhen. And I don't think he's better than Ivan Toney. Listen, Toney's level will probably drop now. Leahy said, Big C, if you were Gyokeres, would you go to Arsenal in January or wait? I'd wait, 100%. But let me tell you the thing, though, Leahy. Football is an unforgiving game. And every footballer knows you're a bad run of form or a major injury away from having a real problem on your hands. So, imagine he got a serious injury this season, right? Imagine he got a serious injury. All of a sudden, every club in the summer goes, nah, not interested, mate. He's out 6 months, 8 months, 9 months. So what I'm saying, Arsenal, you're meant to apply pressure. You're meant to activate that release clause. He's on 45 grand a week, people. 45 grand a week. And we all know money talks. Dirty cash, I want you. Dirty cash, I need you more. 45 grand a week. Turn up, offer him 180 grand a week. That's 4 times his current wage. And see what he thinks. This is a guy that played in the Championship, so I'm sure when he was at Coventry, he dreamed of playing in the Premier League. So that's what you turn up and make a big offer. If he rejects us, because realistically, if I was his agent, to be honest, I would say to him, sit tight, wait till the summer. You can go Man City, you can go Barcelona, you can go Arsenal, you can go Man United. Why would you go? But make him the offer. But I don't trust this club, just like you don't trust this club, just like most of the fan base don't trust this club. I said yesterday or the day before, I said, expectation, we buy Gyokeres in January. Reality, we buy Benjamin Sesko in the summer. For some reason, Arsenal are obsessed with that guy. I don't know why. His team lost to Celtic last night. I mean, I'm looking at his stats. Sesko's got 3 goals in 9 games this season. I know it's early. I don't want to write him off. He could still score 20-odd goals. He's got 3 goals in 9 league games. And I'm meant to be hyped about that in the Bundesliga. Playing for Leipzig, who are one of the best teams in Germany, probably after Dortmund, Bayern and Leverkusen. 3 goals in 9 games. And that's who we're going for. And you've got Gyokeres, who's got 16 goals in 10 games. Well, if I speak, I'm suspended at least 6 months. So let me not say anything before I end up in trouble. That's true. Osimhen went from the hottest man on the block to playing in Turkey. Bro, you get Osimhen for cheap now, bro. You know what I mean? You don't have to pay big dough for him. Listen, if I'm being totally honest, I'm going to be totally honest. I think we've missed our opportunity to get Gyokeres. I think we've missed it. I always say with Arsenal, because of the way we operate, when a player's profile gets too big, it goes out of our range. He's now in Barcelona and Man City range. You know, probably even Real Madrid would have been looking if they hadn't bought Mbappe. I kind of feel like he's got out of our range now. Do you know what I mean? If he could end up getting 10, 12 goals in the Champions League. We'll see what our owners are about, but I think we might have missed the boat on this one. I think he's too big now. I think City and Barca will go for him. And United as well. That manager will be pulling at the heartstrings. Man said, Gyokeres is Bitcoin, you got to get Dogecoin. You know what I mean? You got to buy them cheap ones now and hope they blow up, man. I think that's where we're at. King Book said it, unpopular opinion, Sesko has the highest potential due to age. The thing is, though, bro, when people say that, I always think age doesn't always reflect where you're going to end up in your career and how much you're going to improve. I would argue Wayne Rooney was better at 21 than he was at 28, 29. He was a monster in his early 20s, late teens. Michael Owen was at his best, probably 19, 20, 21. So just because he's younger, there's no guarantee he gets better. Did Eddie Nketiah get better between the age of 21 and 25? Didn't you want Tony? 100%. Is Ivan Toney better than Havertz? Say no more. Scored 20 league goals playing for Brentford. Havertz ain't going to score 20 league goals playing for Arsenal. That's where we're at. I wanted Isak, to be honest, in the summer. Oh, Mbappe's stinking out the place. Yeah, I know. I can see a lot of you there. Your boy Mbappe. I mean, he's come out today apparently and said he doesn't want to play up front. But where are you going to play, bro? Because I don't think he's a better left winger than Vinny. But they got a problem. They got a big problem. Owen or Fowler? I've always said Robbie Fowler, to be honest, is one of my favourite strikers I've seen play for Liverpool. So I'll go Robbie Fowler. Owen was outstanding, but Owen was a bit of a... I just think Fowler had more to his game. The left foot was ridiculous. The guy got a hat-trick against us in 4.5 minutes. Robbie Fowler was outrageous. Sesko has a higher ceiling. Yeah, just because he's taller. He's closer to the ceiling. Yeah, you're right. But I don't know if his ceiling's higher. Mbappe got ego bigger than himself, 100%. In Mbappe's mind, he's Thierry Henry, or you stayed at PSG 2 years too long, and now you're not the player that you were supposed to be. You spent 2 years in a league that hasn't pushed you. You know? It's true we need winners. Let's get off this anyway. I don't even want to see the guy on the screen. You said you weren't confused. No, but listen, let's be honest, right? Tom, I'll be totally honest with you. When I said I wasn't fully convinced by Gyokeres, which was at the back end of last season going into the end of the season, I said, look, I haven't seen this guy in the Champions League. I've hardly seen him play international football, and he's had one season in Portugal. To me, that is risky. That is a risky point to go and pay that much money for him, right? Darwin had done the same one big year in Portugal. Obviously now, he's scoring goals for Sweden. He's bagging goals in the Champions League, and he's ripping up that league even more. So you gather more information, naturally your opinion's going to change. Is that fair? I would say that's fair, Tom. Leao was cooking. I like Leao. He's a bit inconsistent, but he's very exciting. But he's got a release clause of over 100 million. I just think in the summer, Arsenal need to be very smart. I would do something crazy in the summer if I was Arsenal. And I think this is how you got to look at it. We got a £35 million offer for Trossard in January from the Saudis. And there's rumours they'll come back for him. Trossard has a year left in the summer. If you could get 40 million for Trossard in the summer, why would you not go and buy a winger for 100 million? Like, I'd buy Leao for 100 million and get rid of Trossard for 40. Trossard plus 60 million gets you Leao, potentially. I would do that. I would do something like that. I would even let Martinelli go for one of these big left wingers, Kvara or Leao or somebody of note like that. Arsenal need to do something crazy in the summer, but will they? Probably not. Probably not, people. Hope is Rafa Leao for 100 million, but the reality is that we do something like this. Justin from Pletigol, Arsenal continue to closely monitor Leroy Sané. Now, don't get me wrong. I've said many times on this channel, I've always been a fan of Leroy Sané. I have, right? And I would have taken him at Arsenal multiple times. He's a free in the summer. But this will be our left winger in the summer. This will be the left winger. Because it's Arsenal. And do you know why? He's got red and yellow stickers on him. Which basically means he's on sale. The food's going out of date. I mean, I like him. I'm not even lying. I think he comes to Arsenal. I think he's probably better than Martinelli and Trossard. I'll be totally honest. But I want the guys who are on their way up. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. Like, I want Kvara. I want Leao. I want these guys who are getting better and better and climbing the mountain. I don't want the guy that was at Man City 5 years ago balling and now he's not quite as good at Bayern, and Bayern are letting his contract run out. Well, actually, apparently he's letting it run out. You know, I want, like, the thing that frustrates me as an Arsenal fan is, like, you wait all those years to get back in the Champions League because you think, yo, when we get back in the Champions League, we're going big. Like, in my mind, this summer, as the winger, I'm looking at Rodrigo from Real Madrid. He's getting benched. They're booing Ancelotti. I want Kvara from Napoli. I want Rafa Leao. Somebody of that sort of level I want to see playing left wing for Arsenal. You're going to pull out Leroy Sané at this point in his career. I mean, come on, man. Do we simply, when we're looking at signing a player, go, well, all right, I need 2 books, right? I need you to get ex-Manchester City players out and then look in the Chelsea dustbin and see who we can recycle out of their dustbin. Come on, man. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's not a bad player, and yeah, he probably helps us, but when are we actually going to move like a big club? I don't get it. I just can't get my head around the way we operate. He's a good player, but yeah, 5 years ago, I'd have been dancing around the room for Leroy Sané. But what are we doing here? I can see us signing this guy as well. He's a free. Arsenal love a bargain. The Kroenkes will love this deal. So you're telling me you don't need to spend 80 million on a winger this summer because you can get Leroy Sané on a free, just give him big wages. Yep, he'll be all over that. He will be all over that deal. Absolutely all over it. Remember, his wife moved back to England with the child. He's going to want to come in. Declan Rice isn't world class. Let's be real. Let's be totally honest. Declan Rice was very much wanted, but he isn't even world class now. He definitely wasn't world class when we signed him from West Ham. He wasn't world class. He was a good signing. But we just got to start moving serious. I don't want Sesko. I don't want Leroy Sané. Yeah, Aubameyang was a great signing. But we lost Alexis Sanchez in the same window. So, you know, we lost our best player to bring in our new best player. Sing Mario, let me love you. Bro, this team, honestly, it's wild. It's absolutely wild. Leroy Sané, you know, man played for Man City years ago. I know he cooked us last season, but boy. Anyway, we'll come back to that. Kick off in 25 minutes, people. Right, let's go. Let me get into your super chats. And also, I think the team lineup is available now to put on the screen. Let's go. Let's play that and get that there. We don't care about the Inter one. All right, there's the Arsenal lineup. Right, let me get into your super chats, people, because they've been there for a while. Even if we activate the release clause, there's a chance he can say, "No, I'd rather go to a bigger club." You know, sometimes you think, maybe I wouldn't go there. But you know, sometimes when the reality is there on paper. So, listen, you approach him and you say, "This is what we'll pay you. We want you now. We don't want to wait until the summer. We're going to quadruple your wages. You're going to get 10% signing on fee. So if we pay 85 million, you're getting 8.5 million pounds. Not euros, pounds. Not Jamaican dollars, pounds. And we're going to give you 4 times more than you're on now. And you're going to start. And we'll give you the 14 shirt if you want it." See what he says. Barcelona might not be able to pay for you in the summer. Who knows? He might say no, but if he might say yes. He might want the move. But no, in Arsenal, we probably won't even ask the question. Big up David. He said it's the hopium that kills, but I want Gyokeres. Break down doors to get him, but like I say, we might have left it too late, but we'll see. Brian said, "I don't see us getting Gyokeres, but I actually think left winger is a bigger problem for Arsenal than striker. Martinelli is very overrated." He's declined. He's going backwards at the moment. And you have to ask the question, has the manager not developed him enough? Is the system holding him back? He also has to look in the mirror and say, how come you're playing with so little game intelligence? His decision-making is woeful for a guy that has been making the Brazil squad. Like, I just don't get it. He's a very average footballer. He's just a very good athlete and very quick. Miguel said, Arsenal will only challenge and be the nearly men. It feels like that. It's felt like that for a long time. Highly wanted criminal. Missed the boat on Gyokeres. He's above Arsenal level now. Need Kvara ASAP as your boy's replacement. Kvara would be a good signing. I suppose the problem is, if Napoli win the league, he may not want to go. He might go, you know, I'm playing for the champions of Italy. Conte's here. That's the problem. Guitar Freak said, big up Curtis, long-time viewer. Alan here. Said he lost his mum yesterday, who was a massive Arsenal fan and a fan of the channel. Thanks for the distraction. Hey, bro, thank you very much for tuning in. Sorry to hear about your loss. And obviously, I take it as a sign of respect that your mum was a fan of the channel and a fan of Arsenal. And let's hope The club can do her and you proud. I saw people in the comments saying sorry for your loss, but I hadn't read the comment yet. So big up to you, bro. Appreciate you tuning in. Hopefully we can lift your spirits in some shape or form today. MP said, see, when was the last time Arsenal spent 100 million for a player? We need to be realistic here. I mean, we've only done it once, haven't we, Declan Rice? And you was hoping that was going to become a theme that we could get to that sort of level, but we didn't get anywhere near that this summer. Ab said, spot on, we're always buying expiring soon deals. Yep. Definitely, we're not buying premium steak and that. Score for today's game, I'm going 0-0. If it's 0-0, bro, oh my days. I'll give you my score prediction shortly. Them making 4 changes should give me confidence we're going to win, but I haven't. I haven't got the confidence. I'll probably say a draw. I'll go 1-1. Cormac said, Curtis, why do you think Martinelli has regressed? I don't think he's as good as we maybe thought he was. And I also think the manager just hasn't coached him and improved him. And I think the system, as I said the other day, if you look at the whole time that Arteta's been manager of this club, Saka is the only player in the front three that has actually managed to develop under his coaching. Willian got worse. He'd had his best season at Chelsea. Aubameyang got worse. He just won the Golden Boot. Lacazette got worse. He just won Player of the Season. Hairline started disappearing. Jesus has got worse under this manager. And Nketiah was just Nketiah. Martinelli's got worse. Havertz ain't doing nothing. Apart from Saka, what player in the front three has ever done anything under this manager? Pepe got worse. Smith Rowe got worse. It's not an accident. It's not an accident. Signing Declan for 100 million was good, but a lot of time will pass for Arsenal to sign another 100 million player, said MP. And you know the thing, bro? The reality of the situation is Manchester City have been the best team in England for years, and they've only signed one player that cost 100 million, which was Jack Grealish. So I'm not even sitting here thinking, you know, Arsenal need to spend 100 million on a player. You don't have to spend 100 million. But you've got to buy the right players. That's all that it's about. Buy the right player. Arsenal have not learnt that over the years, sometimes the cheap option is not the right option. Right? When we lost Robin Van Persie, we could have signed Luis Suarez. But we cut corners. We didn't want to pay the 50 million. We paid 40 million and £1 and embarrassed ourselves. Suarez would have won Arsenal the title. Instead, we signed Podolski. We signed Giroud. We signed Lucas Perez. We signed Danny Welbeck. We signed striker after striker after striker. Sanogo, Park Chu-young. Until we eventually got Aubameyang. All those years later. If you'd have just bought Suarez in the first place, you wouldn't have needed to have bought 5 strikers who would have ended up costing you more than Suarez would have cost you in the first place. This club doesn't learn from things like that. And I said this yesterday with Turkish on the OGs that I think last summer was our Liverpool moment. It was our Van Dijk and Alisson moment where if we'd have got Rice and a top striker last summer, I think we'd have won the title. But we bought Rice and Havertz wasn't the answer. So that's held us back now because we can't buy another striker yet. Because you've got to get rid of Jesus or get rid of Havertz. So the responsibility has to be shared, I suppose. Red Dust, Arteta prefers players he worked with. He can't bring superstars for some reason. He'll end up going for the safe option. Yeah, I think there's still question marks over whether this manager can handle players with big ego. An MP said it's not about the players, it's about the coach, yeah? Listen, players have to take responsibility as well. Martinelli needs to improve regardless of the coach, but there's certainly question marks on the manager, that's for sure. Aston Villa have just lost. That's their first Champions League defeat. Tyrone Mings with an absolute shocker. As I said, for those of you who haven't seen it, Emi Martinez, free kick to Aston Villa. Puts his hand on, basically puts the ball down to take the free kick, passes it to Tyrone Mings. Mings doesn't realise he's took the free kick, so picks the ball up, puts it back on the floor, and passes it back to Emi Martinez. Doesn't realise that Emi Martinez had taken the free kick. The referee gave handball and gave a penalty, and the guy scored the penalty. Club Brugge beat Aston Villa. Villa lose their first game in the Champions League. Thoughts on Diomande last night? He's a tank. He's an absolute tank. Yeah, Gabriel did it against Bayern, didn't he? We got away with it. Diomande is a beast, but we don't really have space unless people think he might be better than Gabriel. I'm not sure. I don't see Arsenal going for him. Wow, Trump's the president of America, I know. I'm not surprised. I expected it. I woke up to messages this morning like, yo, Trump. I said, bro, I always thought Trump was going to win. I don't know about anybody else. Are you surprised that Donald Trump is the president? I mean, I'm not. I'm really not surprised. How did Arsenal lose? Yeah, well, I don't like to talk about Emi Martinez on this channel. It's a trigger for a lot of people. It is a trigger. Didn't he win the Yashin Award 2 years in a row? We need Kroenke out, yeah. Make Arsenal great again. We need something. Not surprised. I mean, the man survived the shooting. 50 Cent, many men settings. No, I'm not surprised at all. Wasim said, Big C, controversial comment. We're not an attractive club to world-class players. What have we won in recent times? We're more a stepping stone. Listen, the reality of the situation, if you remove the fact that you're a fan of the club, Arsenal are not for world-class players. World-class players would look at Arsenal and think, there's a chance I could go there and not win anything. Not win anything. Because you're going to speak to those other players. If you're a French player, you're going to speak to Saliba and go, yo, what's going on at Arsenal, man? And Saliba's going to go, we're a good team, you know, the manager's decent, but we're not winning. Something's not right, you know. We needed bigger players this summer, and, you know, it's... And those things put people off. So I don't think it is a controversial comment at all. I think if you're a world-class player, you would be hesitant to go to Arsenal. I think if you're an upcoming player, you might look at Arsenal as a great environment to go and develop. Young manager, young players, you know, they're competing. It could be like a development squad for you. And that's a sad thing to say, that a world-class player wouldn't want to come to us. But it's probably the reality, and that's something we need to change. Right, let's have a look at the Champions League table, people. This hasn't been updated, by the way, from the results that we've just seen, because Aston Villa have just lost. I tweeted this yesterday, and someone just put it in the comments. Forgive me, I'm going to try and get that up, just so you get your credit. Sid off. But I think this new format of the Champions League is absolutely brilliant compared to last year and the previous years. The Champions League for years has been absolutely rubbish in the group stage. So boring. One big team, three mediocre teams. They breeze through the group. Boring. Absolutely boring. And you have to wait to the knockout stage to see a decent game. This is absolutely fantastic. It's probably more difficult because big teams are playing each other and taking points off each other. But let's be honest, we're fans, we're consumers. We want excitement. I don't want to watch boring games in the Champions League. I want to watch quality games. This is fantastic. Now, don't get me wrong. If you come back to me in 2 or 3 months and we're getting knocked out of it, I might say, oh, this is terrible. I think it's brilliant. It is WrestleMania style. Let them all in the ring and let them fight. But it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. And it's causing all kinds of twists. I mean, at the moment, Arsenal are 9th. They're actually level on points with Inter Milan. Obviously, if you finish in the top 8, you qualify. Then the next 16 go into a playoff system. Now, Liverpool are top. But when you look at people, just as an example, I mean, you've got Juventus, you've got Barcelona, you've got Real Madrid. I mean, Bayern Munich at the moment are not even in the next 16 teams. Obviously, they play tonight. But what I'm saying is, imagine Arsenal ending up somewhere in this middle bit. And you know it'd be typical Arsenal. We end up getting Real Madrid or Barcelona or someone. So it's actually vital that we somehow finish in this top 8. And when you think, people, we've still got to play Sporting Lisbon, who before, I think a lot of us were going, I don't mind that. I think we beat them. We just saw what they did to Man City. 9 goals scored in 4 games, only 2 conceded, second in the league. That is a very difficult game. We also play Monaco, who are third, with Balogun and co. Obviously, we do play Girona, who are struggling at the moment, and we play Dynamo Zagreb, I think, who are not great either. But tonight, I'll be honest, a draw's not terrible. I will never accept a draw or be happy with a draw, but it's not a terrible result. But because they've made 4 changes, I think we have to try and put them under pressure and try and beat them. A win tonight would almost... I would be very, very confident we were going to get in the top 8 if we won tonight. When you think that would be 3 wins out of 4 and a draw, and then you've still got to play Girona, who are struggling, you've got Dynamo Zagreb, who are struggling, and then Monaco and Sporting, I think we'd have a great chance of qualifying. So I actually think we need to win, because now that Sporting Lisbon game is a very, very difficult game. So I actually wouldn't take a draw, to be honest. I know I've just contradicted myself, but I'm just thinking the way we're playing, if we was to draw and then like you lose against Sporting Lisbon, you're then scrambling in the last few games. So yeah, I think we've actually got to beat them. So forget everything I said before that, actually. That was a damaging defeat for Villa, because they should have been 4 out of 4, really. You would have thought they'd have beaten them. Apparently Henry was training Saka, giving him insights how to attack. Saka was going to his house. Yeah, apparently they're good friends. Does everyone play everyone? No, you just play 8 games out of the group or the league. Would you take 10th in the Champions League? Bro, I told you, I'll finish 4th from bottom in the Premier League if we win the Champions League. All day long. All day long, mate. As long as we don't get relegated, give me that Champions League. But is it likely to happen? Probably not. Had to watch the old highlights. Yeah, I saw them on CBS yesterday. Henry. I remember that game like it was yesterday. It's funny how quick time goes, innit? I remember watching that game. Clear as day. I remember all of it. Henry skipping past Zanetti, smashing it in with his left foot, just going mad. I just remember thinking, this team is so good. Like, I can't imagine what it would feel like to support a team as good as that, or to have a player on that level of Thierry. I mean, I don't think there's a player in world football that is on Thierry Henry's level. I think if Henry was playing now, he'd be the best player on the planet. He's better than Mbappe. He's better than Vinicius. He's better than Rodri. He'd be the best player in the world. But yeah, it was amazing, like, being at that top table. I felt like, honestly, Arsenal could beat anybody. I remember when Arsenal, whoever they played, I thought, we're going to beat them. Real Madrid in the new camp. Real Madrid in the Bernabeu. I thought, yeah, we'll beat them. He's too good. Give him the ball anyway. But, yeah, times have changed. Times have changed. Listen, we need to do something. Let's listen, there's 8 minutes until kickoff. We're in terrible form. It's doom and gloom right now. This guy's just said Salah is better. Honestly, do I just ban him? I'm going to give you 3 minutes to consider your actions. I'll give you one opportunity. Go on YouTube, type in Henry's best goals for 3 minutes. If you come back and don't change your mind, that could be a ban. I will not accept slander like that on this channel. Come on. Seriously, come on. No, I've had enough. I've had enough. We don't just become a bad team overnight, surely. The football stinks at the moment. Turn up tonight and produce something. Like, I'm being serious. Like, what? Every time I turn up to do a watch-along, I feel like, here we go, let's watch this dross for 90 minutes. One shot on target. They should be extending the bans. They should do bigger bans. Shall we rush him? Yo, man thinks we're in the school playground. But come on, man. We've got our full strength team out today, apart from Martin Odegaard, who's on the bench. That's our keeper who you would pick. That's our Declan Rice, sorry. No Deckers. and no think. They've got 4 of their key players on the bench, rested, by the way. That's how much their manager's mugging us off. He's resting his best players for us. This team has to do something. When we went to Italy all them years ago, I think, did they beat us? They'd beaten us in the group at home. I'm sure they beat us 3-0 at Highbury. But anyway, we've got to find a way, man. This ain't Inter of them times, who had absolute world beaters. Yeah, they got a decent team. Lautaro Martinez, I think he's overrated. I've never been a big fan of him. And they've rested players. I just can't believe the team that they've picked, to be honest. Simone Inzaghi's moving mad. I mean, like I said, for those of you just tuned in, Bastone on the bench, Barella on the bench, Di Marco on the bench, and Marcus Thuram on the bench. 4 of their key players rested to the bench. Darmian. Remember Darmian at Manchester United as a right back? Man's playing left wing back. Are you telling me Saka ain't going to get joy down that side against Darmian playing wing back? I mean, come on. Surely we find a way to do something. But the reality is, it's Inter Milan in the San Siro. Can Arsenal deal with that kind of cauldron that it will be there? The atmosphere is going to be crazy. They've still got good players who can do something. And it's just whether we can handle them. I mean, Zielinski is a player that I rate highly. Very technically gifted. Kahanoglu, you know that his long-range shots and set pieces can be dangerous. Lautaro, even though I don't think he's that good, he is a danger man. You know, he's somebody you don't want to give a chance to. So we will see. But this team's got to show some fight and show that they've got something. The players are in the tunnel, people. That tunnel looks really good, by the way. Moses, we normally have at least 6 quality defensive-minded players on the pitch. We need to start leaving our wingers high and wide for quicker transition. Bro, I echo everything you're saying there, and I said the same thing the other day. At times, we've had Partey and Rice protecting our 2 centre-backs, then 2 full-backs and the goalkeeper. That's 7 players who are defending. Why can the front 4 not be pushed high up the pitch? Keep your wingers high up the pitch so that we can hit teams on the break. But we don't. We drag them back all the time. George said at the end of the season it will be clear how damaging last summer was. We will be in a position of another rebuild needed. Just think how many players in different positions we will need. And it's a good point. We're now reaching a point where we've got to sell players that we only bought a couple of years ago. Zinchenko needs to go. Jesus, Kivior. You're then looking at Jorginho. Partey's out of contract. What happens with him? Tomiyasu's constantly injured. You'd probably get rid of him as well. And then Trossard has a year left on his contract next summer. The way he's playing, you'd probably cash in on him. So you could have 6 or 7 players this summer that Arsenal need to actually sell. These guys are on big wages. How do you get rid of them? And some of them are injury prone. Big said, Big C, Arteta knows he cannot manage big players. He doesn't have the cachet. You cannot lead if you don't know where to take people. That's a great point. That is a fantastic point, that part at the end. Big up to Adash, who said, Kurt, surely we need to consider Salah in the chat, though. He's got consistency over the years. He shows up in big games, which Thierry Henry didn't do much. Let's just be honest here. When you say Henry didn't show up in big games, he showed up in big games. He doesn't have a good record in cup finals. Mo Salah doesn't have a good record in cup finals either, so let's dispel that myth. In terms of the eye test, Mo Salah's nowhere near Thierry Henry. Let's just get that clear. Salah, he's competing because of longevity and the numbers. Statistically, he deserves his props. Eye test, he's not even on the same level as Thierry Henry, my friend. Henry, look how many big goals he scored against United, Liverpool, Chelsea, big Champions League goals. So the not showing up in big games thing is a complete myth. The cup final record definitely deserves questioning, though. Brio said Havertz never gets tired, neither do donkeys. Exactly. You go on the beach, they'll walk up and down all day. Same as Havertz. Put him on Skegness Beach. MP, if they play the same as Newcastle, something needs to change. Well, people, yeah, Henry's an absolute legend. Henry's the best player to ever play in the Premier League. Let's just leave it at that, to be honest. And even though that's an opinion, I'm calling it a fact. There ain't no one better than Thierry. Thierry's won the World Cup. He's won the Euros. He's won the Champions League. He's won the Premier League. He's won the FA Cup. He's gone invincible. 5 golden boots. What more do you want? He's the best. He's the best. Anyway, let's focus on this game. All I'm asking... Do you know what? Times are so hard right now as an Arsenal fan. I just want more than one shot on target. Like, is that too much to ask people? I want more than one shot on target, right? I don't want to be sitting here going, yeah, we've only had one shot on target, mate, and there's 80 minutes gone. Is that too much to ask for, people, as football fans? That we just get a few shots on target and a bit of entertainment? Because at the moment, we are boring to watch. Carragher said Arteta plays like Mourinho. Well, Mourinho won trophies. So I don't think he is playing like Mourinho. He's playing like David Moyes. That's who he's playing like. Even David Moyes won a Conference League. But hey, listen. 1 minute till kickoff. Give me your score predictions. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to go for 1-1. I'm going to go for 1-1. I would love to sit here and say, we're going to smash them. I hope we do. I really hope we do. What's making me even more concerned is that TNT Sports have just... they've just listed it as Trossard up front and Havertz in midfield. I mean, that makes it even worse. That really does make me think we're not going to get a victory. Lesouk or Henry? I'll go Henry, but Lesouk was... Even Henry said Lesouk was a better natural finisher than him. Henry was more of a winger. I loved Anelka. Absolutely loved him. But you got to go Thierry. What are you going for? Fitz going 3-1 to Inter. A lot of you are going for Inter. 3-0, some of you. 2-1. A few Arsenal predictions in there as well. I'll get them on screen. 2-0 Inter. 4-0 to Arsenal, said Afsar. Looks like Trossard's playing up front, which I can't believe. Although I actually don't mind Trossard up front, but Havertz in midfield is absolutely shocking. Listen, we're going to see what this team's about. People always say, support your team. I say, listen, every match day, this club gets my full backing until the final whistle goes. We're underway, people. Adash said, fair eye test. Henry was the best Premier League player ever. Big up. MJ, Henry over CR7. Them braids must be tight. Bro, CR7 had like 1 or 2 big years in the Prem. He can't talk to Thierry about Premier League football, bro. Come on, man. Ronaldo, his career got bigger, really, as he was sort of leaving. And then at Real. Ronaldo had like 2 monster years in the Premier League. But he did win a Champions League, yeah, I'll give him that. Anyway, we're underway, people. We are underway. The pitch does look good. Come on, Arsenal. Run it back, man. I mean, listen. All those years ago, it was Thierry and Robert Pires. Now we're watching Trossard and Havertz. Times have changed, right? But hey, we will hope for the best, people. We will hope for the best. That's all we can do. Hope for the best. Inter Milan on possession. As I said, if Arsenal are going to get joy tonight, needs to be in wide areas. Inter are playing with wing-backs. Don't forget, by the way, people, today's show is sponsored by SofaScore. Link is in the description. Use the QR code down there as well. I didn't even do the ad read properly the other day. I was so fuming. And I haven't even got the score board up, have I? What am I doing? Right, there we go. There we go. And download the apps completely free. The fastest live score app in the world. Shout out to SofaScore. Big up that guy, D. There you go. It's in the description. Ball whipped in, back post. Denzel Dumfries shoots. Hits the crossbar. Inter have hit the bar after 1 minute and 40. Goes to the byline. Chips it across. Goes out for a goal kick. Wow, take a breather. We need some red stripe. It's going to be a long night. They've hit the bar already. Denzel Dumfries against Timber. What a strike. Outside of the right foot. Raya doesn't get there. It hits the bar. Could be a long night, people. It really could. I think Timber's got to make more of an effort to block that. You know what I mean? I don't know what he's doing there. You're making it too easy for him to just shoot. It could be a long night, Unknown Sea, bro. I'm telling you, they might have a point to prove, but with 4 of their best players not on the pitch. When you think about it, we actually need to try and score before they bring them on. Karnoglu shoots from distance, just wide. We're getting peppered like a Sunday steak, people, seasoned up before they cook us. What is going on? Oh, hold on. I didn't know you was allowed to shoot from 25 yards out. Oh, yeah, just Arsenal, people. Other clubs do shoot, by the way, right? Other clubs do shoot, only us. They've hit the bar and had a shot just wide already. I think he did have that covered, but it was close. It's going to be interesting, you know, because they've got two up front and hardly anyone does that. Look at the state of that touch from Mikel Merino. He just hit his shin pads. Oh, was it Havertz? Jeez. It was the donkey. My apologies, Marino. We are babysitting. Hey, big up everyone locked in. 3.5K. Get the likes up. Let's get 3K likes. Will Arsenal have more than one shot on target? Inter in possession again. One thing I can't help but notice. Look at the bodies they get forward. Dumfries whips it in. I mean, they're putting like 5 players in the penalty area as soon as they get a chance. We're not even on 1,000 likes, people. You're doing me absolutely dirty right now. Honestly. You filthy animals. You're moving like Home Alone, people. Keep the change, you filthy animal. And a Happy New Year. What's going on here? We ain't even got 1,000 likes. Not even 1,000. Do you know what? I'll give 5 memberships to the community. Life's about give and take, right? There you go. 5 memberships to the community. Now sort yourselves out. You're an absolute disgrace. Let's get them 1,000 likes. 5 new members. Life's give and take, right? There you go. Bang. We got to get 1,000 likes. Hopefully we'll have a shot on target. There you go. We're at 900 already. See, it's encouraging you, innit? It's encouraging you to act. Act now, people. Act now. I see him said, hey, I'm a member again. There you go. There you go. Look at the way Inter Milan are pressing us, by the way. We can't even breathe here. There we go. Long ball. Lose it straight away. It's going to be a long night. I can tell you right now. This is going to be a long evening. They press so much. I can't believe the way they press. They don't give you a second on the ball. I thought Italian football was slower and they might give us a bit of space to play. They're on us. Absolutely on us. And they're getting like 4 or 5 people in the box when they're... You legends, 1.1k likes. See how quickly things can get sorted out, people. Sorted out already. Here is Bisek throwing to Inter Milan. They've started much the better team. At the moment, we look like a bunch of babies. We look like a bunch of babies. And they look fired up like they're ready to teach us a lesson. There's your 5 memberships, people. Big up. We got past 1,000 likes straight away. Let's get 3,000. Try and get 2k by half time. 5 minutes gone, people. Inter Milan on the ball. Playing with this 3 at the back. Long diagonal ball out to Dumfries. I don't get it. Why is he in so much space? We've actually got a left back and a left winger. He's playing the whole of that side as the wing back. Karnoglu's playing like a bit of a quarterback for them. That is an amazing pass by Karnoglu. Latoro gets the shot off. It's blocked by Marino and Rayot collects it. This team better fix up. Come on, Martinelli. What you got? Absolutely nothing is what he's got. Can barely control the ball there. It's a throw into Inter. We've got to get the ball to our wide players early and you've got to get your wingers high up the pitch. Force Dumfries and Darmian backwards. They're cooking us, says Perunelli. I still can't believe he changed that name. He called him Gotanelli to Perunelli. Remember when Arsenal fans didn't want Dumfries? He's improved a lot since going to them, I'll be honest. Italy, they kind of master the art of defending, don't they? So he has improved. Simone Inzaghi, by the way, for me, is a fantastic manager. He's a fantastic manager. Really is. Champions League final. Won Serie A last season. Scored a lot of goals. Plays 2 up front. He's a very, very good manager. He's a manager that I would be looking at in the summer if we don't win trophies. Listen, he may not want to leave, but you got to offer him big money. Dumfries and Marino clash there. Free kick to Inter. Marino goes whacks into Big CD Reckonhead, who's having a nice Greek barbecue. He's probably loving life, man. You know what I mean? Free kick taken quickly. Look how deep we are. Ball whipped in. It's a poor ball. Poor clearance. Look at our whole team's in the area, man. How are we ever going to score a goal? They've got a free kick 40-odd yards out. And our whole team is in the penalty area. So if you head it away, it's going straight to their player. What's the point? Yeah, he's Filippo Inzaghi's brother. He wasn't as good as a player as his brother, but he's a top manager. Bro, Havertz is in the box. Trossard's in the box. Even if you win the header, we can't attack. I don't get bringing your whole team back. Even here, look, they got a throw in. Our whole team's back. Wins the header. Guess what? Straight to them. It's crazy. We can't get out. We cannot get out. Seriously, I'm annoyed already. We're only 8 minutes into the game. We can't even get the ball. Perunelli said, my guy is sadly finished. Let's hope he does something tonight. But at the moment, this is an Inter Milan keep ball session. These men are heading the ball to each other. They've done about 4 headers in a row there. We can't get the ball. What the hell is this? I just got, honestly, I'm trying to stay calm. It's only Wednesday. Do you know something? I'm going to say something that I don't think I've ever said as a football fan. I can't wait for the international break. Honestly, I cannot wait for the international break. Just give me some shabby England game on Channel 4. And, I'll watch Jamaica, Seal It Up, Steve McLaren. I can't wait for the international break. I need a break from this. Genuinely. I'm trying to stay calm. You're right, Wasim. Woosa. Bad boy settings. We haven't even touched the ball. It feels like we've hardly had the ball. I'm going to try and stay calm. You know what? It's the middle of the week. Chill, relax. What will be, will be. What can I do about it? Let me relax. Let me relax and just watch this. Throw into Inter. I would celebrate a throw-in right now. Inter looks so comfy. They know we are softies. Harry Batch. Big up the Twitch gang as well. I feel like switching off already. Would you keep Arteta if he wins the FA Cup only? Probably not, to be honest. It's tough because it is still a trophy. And I said you got to win a trophy. But we won that trophy 5 years ago. So to keep him for 5 years, end up winning the same trophy. Is that even progress? Like, Ten Hag just won the FA Cup. Is he still Man United manager? No. So why should he be the Arsenal manager? Maybe if he won the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup, I'll give him another year. But I don't know. I don't know. He's got to do something. Not when you've had that much time, that much money. He's got to produce more than an FA Cup for me. And the style of football as well is what's making it worse. Brio said, I feel like Zempit watching this team. Adebayo said, I'm re-destroyed Inter on this pitch 21 years ago. I'd still play him now. And Quinny said, bring me Tuchel ball ASAP. But yeah, well, he's not even managing England the first game. He's not taking over till January. Gabriel clears it. What's the referee given there? He's telling the manager to calm down. Inzaghi. Simone Inzaghi. Ollie ball was better. At least he had Pogba spraying passes around. Come on, can we actually get the ball? We're 11 minutes in. I feel like we haven't touched the ball. Jan Sommer on the ball, clips it long upfield. Again, goes straight to their player, Latoro. Press. Put him under pressure. Press. Press the damn ball. Go on, Havertz. Martinelli go with him. Force him to go long. It's too easy to play out. Arteta set up for a point. Probably. Probably. Come on, we've actually got the ball. Can we actually keep the ball? Keep the ball. Do something. Arsenal in possession. I should be cheering. It's like a celebration. Saliba We end up all the way back with David Raya. Keep the ball for a little bit. Smashes it long. Even if Saka wins that header, no one's there. We got a throw in. We've got a throw in, people. We're halfway up the pitch. We've got a throw in. That's the best I can give you so far if you've just tuned in. We haven't had a shot or a cross or a corner. But we got a throw in. It does feel very much like we've set up for a draw. But you hope that the game opens up at some point. Saka plays a 1-2 with Saliba. Saliba loses it. Inter on the break. Look like here's Dumfries. Martinelli. Oh, that's a dangerous ball. They're in the area. Inter drags it across. Latorre goes for it. It's blocked. It's up in the air. Arsenal scramble it away. Jeez, we look shaky. Look, Timber kicks it straight back to them. They're all over us, people. They're paying us so little respect. They've made 4 changes and they're just high pressing us. Partey does well. Marino, Havertz. We finally play a couple of passes. Can we work our way up the pitch? Come on, Saka. Up against Bissek. He's decent, by the way. Gets the byline. Corner to Arsenal. Finally, we're up the pitch. Come on. Saka's captain as well tonight. I don't really like Saka wearing the armband. It feels like it's just... I remember back in the day when like Fabregas was getting the armband, it was like, oh, we see you as our main player, so we'll give you the captain's armband. Was that Trossard who blocked that shot? Yeah, good block. Come on, just give us a set-piece goal. Nikola Shova, earn your money. Maybe these lot don't know about it. Barcelona winning 1-0 apparently. Big up Omar said, new graphics, new channel content, maximum effort. Unfortunately, the same old Arsenal. Can we score from this set piece? Gabriel's just pushed an Inter player over. Referee's having a harsh word with him. It's Latorre. I don't mind Latorre marking Gabriel. I don't think he will win a header against him. PSG winning 1-0 apparently as well. Keep me updated with the scores, people. Don't forget to download SofaScore, one football app. Link in the description. And QR code right there. Can we get a goal from a set piece? Argentina-Brazil beef there, I think, is what we will call that. Come on. Corner to Arsenal. Wow, he's given Lautaro Martinez a yellow card. He got pushed over. I like this ref. Saka to take the corner, in-swinger. Can we score a header from this corner? Just put it in the box. Don't take it short. We'll only end up losing it. Whip it in. Saka whips it in. That is an awful corner, but Havertz manages to get it back. That was not well worked. Havertz must be offside. Leave it. Come on, Martinelli. Keep the ball. Lift your head up. Lift your head up, bro. You're at the San Siro. Marino looking for movement. There is no movement. Oh, we've worked that well. Timber. Martinelli. Strange cross. It's looped in the air. Into clear it. What a terrible cross, man. Lautaro turns. Arsenal win it back. I feel like we're growing slightly into the game. Did Gabriel get booked as well? Saka. Partey. Great ball. Trossard. Poor first touch, man. Loses the ball. You need a good first touch there. I can't believe Gabriel got booked. The ref should have calmed that down, man. That is poor. Why don't you just pull them both and say, lads, calm down. It's early in the game. Why are you throwing a yellow card on them that early in the game for a bit of pushing and shoving, man? That's poor. I don't rate refereeing like that. To me, a referee should do everything he can not to book a player. They've pushed each other. Well, Gabriel pushed Lautaro. And he's booked both of them. What is the point in that? Inter on the ball. We've got to press them. There we go, Martin. Why are you kicking the ball away, Martinelli? You've just won the ball. Get hold of it and have a run and lift your head. Just gave it straight back to them. Come on, Havertz. We all need to wake up. Marino finds Havertz. Come on, Martinelli. Drive. Drive. Get in the box. Take him on. Come on. Have a go at him. Martinelli back post. Overhits it. But it's another corner. Is it? No, it hasn't gone out. It is now. Corner to Arsenal. I mean, I know. Do you know what I said? I like the ref. I thought he only booked Latoro. Then you guys let me know he'd booked Gabriel as well. Corner to Arsenal. Listen, this might be our best bet. We're growing a little bit into the game. Not massively, but slight improvements. At least we're getting up the pitch, but we need better. We need a little bit more. Saka. I didn't like the last corner. It was too deep to the back post. Maybe it's a plan that they've set up. Whips it in. That's a better ball. Oh, headed it. Punched away by the goalkeeper. Martinelli shoots. It's blocked. There's an Inter player down. It might be a head injury. I think the ref's going to stop the game. He is. Half a chance. Half a chance. Dumfries is down on the floor. Atletico's 1-1 apparently against PSG. Dumfries, I don't know what he's done there. He's holding his hamstring, but yeah, the keeper came out and punched it. Came out to Martinelli, volleyed it. It was blocked. So it might be set piece FC tonight, people. It really might be set piece FC because we haven't done much else, but we are starting to grow into it a little bit. Got to be a bit braver on the ball. That's what happened to Dumfries. Oh, he got hit in the face. Then as he fell, he kind of collided with the post. That volley from Martinelli was poor anyway. It bounced before it even got to the defender. Havertz is so slow, says Sid. Nearly shooting is poor. You could tell it was a bad shot. Mike said, glad I'm at the gym instead of watching this. Oh, mate, honestly, you're not missing nothing. Concentrate on, doing some bench press and all that. We are corner FC. I told you, man, we're David Moyes at Everton. Odegaard's on the bench, Snake Eyes, he is. Havertz is our Fellaini. Wow, you don't want to be comparing him to people like that. Remember when we signed him, they said he can be our new Van Persie, the left-footed striker. Now we're comparing him to Fellaini. The ref's doing... Oh, I thought he was doing a drop ball that they were going to challenge. Yeah, Arsenal back in possession. Dumfries is off the pitch. He's just coming back on. I think he's all right. Big up to everyone locked in. 4,000 of you tuned in on YouTube. Big up the Twitch gang as well. The whole C unit. DJ, no. Barella is on the bench. The manager, Simone Inzaghi, clearly doesn't rate us that much because he's rested 4 of his best players. Marcus Thuram, Bastoni, DiMarco and Barella all on the bench. So he's not that worried about us, is he? He obviously still thinks they can beat us. They have got Napoli at the weekend. Gary said a snail just passed Havertz on the pitch. Maybe he collects them as pets, with the donkeys. Havertz does win a free kick, though. Fair play to him. Big up everyone locked in, man. Champions League Wednesdays. What was your prediction? I predicted 1-1 random, but we'll see. Hopefully we get a win, but not overly confident. Arsenal in possession. Through ball looking for Saka. He ain't going to get that. Goes out for a goal kick. Damn, the football is... Somebody put it in the chat earlier, man. The eyelids get heavy. People are listening in from the gym. My eyelids are doing gym sessions every time I watch this team play. I mean... Big up, Bradley said, big up to you, Curtis. Great show, as always. Appreciate that. Dumfries wins possession. It's cleared, though, by Gabriel. Goes out for a throw-in. It's going to be a long night, man. It's going to be a long night. I might have to start doing multi-screen so I can watch another game at the same time. Because we're just not the team to watch right now. We're just not the team. I don't know what the problem is. We scored 91 league goals last season. We're struggling to get a shot on target in games now. Sommer in possession. Havertz presses. He clips it long. Good header by Timber. Here's Marino. Terrible touch. Absolutely terrible. Ran into the ball. Gone. And then he's fouled him. Oof, Timber's nailed somebody there as well. Fratesi, nothing wrong with him. You can see he's playing up to it though. Barca and Joga Benito business. Yeah, man. You know what you get from them teams. You know what you're going to get. GJB said Stoke FC. You're right. It's funny because a couple years ago, I thought we was the team to watch. Even though City won the league, I thought we were more exciting than them. That year when we were 8 points clear, we were brilliant to watch that season. Now, jeez, man, if I wasn't doing content, I might just check the score at the end of the game. Karma Curtis, it's a dry spell every team goes through it. Bro, this is like the Sahara Desert for 3 weeks with no water, bro. This is more than a dry spell. Do you know what I mean? This is wild. Jan Sommer on the ball. Plays it into midfield. Inter in possession. Odegaard's on the bench. What I would say with Odegaard, get him on for 20, 30 minutes and then start him against Chelsea. I feel like you're going to need to play him in that game. Inter just keeping the ball. Put him under pressure, man. Sommer goes long. Don't let him out. Oh, we're in trouble. Bissek could be in. Gabriel on the recovery. Bissek cuts inside. Luckily, he's a defender. Gets caught there. And Ben White in to win the ball back. Honestly, if that wasn't Bissek there, we could have been in trouble. The only thing that I was happy about there is Bissek's a centre-back. So I never expected him to get away and do anything, but he got in a lot of space there. They're just swarming us. Look how many players they've got high up the pitch. They've got 5 players in the box when the ball's out wide. You just don't see that. Biscuit review channel. It'd be more entertaining, honestly. We're crumbling like a biscuit at the moment. But it's all Inter. They're just keeping the ball. But like I say, when the ball's out wide, so many bodies up there. Long ball, chested down. Gabriel clears it. That's it, Saka. Well done. Bit of aggression. Go on. Come on, Martinelli, please. You're 1v1 with the defender. You've got space. Take him on. Do something, please. What is that? It's so poor, bro. This guy's just got no end product. Waiting all game to get him in that situation. He does nothing. Arsenal win the ball back. Come on. Just get a goal. It might bring us some confidence. Martinelli against Dumfries. Lays it off to Timber. Timber whips it in. It's too high. It goes out for a goal kick. We are struggling, man. We are absolutely struggling. We look so short of ideas going forward. I don't understand how we've turned into this team that doesn't look like they know how to score. I don't get it. Bissek just fell over. Yeah, I don't get it. We get to the byline and we just look short of ideas. Cross the ball. Why do we keep going for crosses when we don't have a decent header up front? Well, they think Havertz is. You know? Jimmy said, Curtis, will you be linking your YouTube account here? It's Saka! Oh, straight at the keeper. We've had a shot on target. Hey! Actually, you know, that I think Saka should do far better there. Why is he not trying to bend that in the far corner? Such a poor shot. Drills it straight at the goalkeeper. Go try and bend that in the far corner, man. Henry-esque there. Bend it round the goalkeeper. So I only have to subscribe one place, bro. Why is everyone so insistent on making excuses for this team? I don't get it. Call it out properly. You're right, man. With the time and money that's been spent, we should be seeing more than this. Saka should have done better there. That was genuinely a half chance. He hits it straight at the keeper. Robert Bugsy. Yo, Curtis, gives a shout out. Big man, please. You have my heart in my mouth. Big up. Stay calm, bro. Stay calm. I'm trying not to fall asleep. What phase is Arnie slotting? Well, we're the only club that apparently needs all these phases, you know. Martinelli for sale, 50% discount. I'm not even sure that'd be enough. Here's Saka, come on. You need to do something. These are the nights you're meant to make your name as a player. San Siro away, go and score the winner, you know. Here's Martinelli. That's a... Oh, better cross. Oh! Marino goes up for the header. Sommer, you know. He might have took him out there. Does he actually get... That's a better ball. I'll give it you. I mean, I think there's an argument that that's a penalty. I'm sorry, that's a penalty. He's punched him in the head. He didn't get the ball. Or did he get the ball? From that angle, it looks a bit like he did. Marino don't know what's going on. He looks like he's punched him in the head there. You never get a penalty for that, though, unfortunately. I don't know why. It looks like a foul, but he's given a corner. He must have got some contact on it. Are they doing a VAR check? They're giving a corner. They're checking it. They're checking it. Nah, he's going to blow the whistle. No, he's giving a corner. Giving a corner. Come on. Set piece FC. Come in clutch for us. Martinelli whips it in. It's high. It's cleared. Oh, the keeper was scrambling in to clear it up in the air. Can we nick one here? Come on. Come on, somebody. Anybody. Inter have gone a bit sluggish, you know. Trossard, 30 yards out. Shoots. And that's a terrible shot. Maybe he shouldn't have shot. I thought that got deflected, but it didn't. Goal kick. I mean, at least we've had a couple of half chances. Moses said we need White and Timber to start overlapping. They're really not getting forward a lot. Snake Eyes, Arteta and Pep restrict players. The system restrict the creative and instinctive players. Players are scared to go against the system. C-Unit, big up, bro. And Kib said, blame this methodical bull-ish on Mikel the Clown. Pedantic FC. You wonder, don't you, like a manager that played for Wenger and his first coaching job was with Pep, and you're playing such a systematic style of football. Although, like you said, Pep does kind of play like that, but he's definitely not as defensive as this. He does encourage attacking football and goals. Big up OGD. Hope you're well. Hope you are well. Big up for becoming a member again. Saka. Gives it away. Can he win it back? He's fouled him there. Referee gives a free kick. 30 minutes gone. Yep, he played for Moyes, DJ. You're right. You're right. He played for Moisey, lad. Everton. He played for Moisey. Free kick to Inter, edge of their own box. I mean, listen, we've had a better 5 minutes, but I can't sit here and say that this game is anything other than a snooze fest. I reckon you could have argued that might have been a penalty. Yeah, everyone's saying it. I thought it could have been a penalty. You just don't get penalties for that for some reason. When goalkeepers come out and start punching, they seem to get away with that. Arsenal in possession. Oh, ref, play on. We've got the ball. Why are you giving a free kick? Ras said punch or not, no pen. I mean, the thing is, he gave a corner, so I'm assuming he thinks that he made some sort of contact with the ball. Dumfries and Timber having a bit of a laugh. Dutch teammates. Throw into Inter. It's a very... Inter came out flying, hit the bar. They're kind of chilling. The problem you've got for Arsenal is that Inter have got four of their top players on the bench. So they're actually probably going to get stronger. You can't really say the same for Arsenal. It's not like, well, we can bring on Odegaard, but how fit is he? Gyokeres wouldn't cook in this offence. And that's another thing. People were saying earlier, would Gyokeres want to come to Arsenal? You know, he might be able to go to a better team. He might look at the way we attack and go, actually, my goals are going to dry up. if I go and play in that attack. We don't create anything. We just spam crosses. So, Sommer in possession. Big up to everyone locked in. 4,100. Big up the Twitch gang as well. Latoro tries to flick it, gives it away. I've never particularly rated that guy, Latoro Martinez. I think he's overrated. Does pretty well in Serie A, but Gabriel does well to win a free kick there for Arsenal. High foot by Taremi, is it? It was a high foot as well. Free kick to Arsenal. We're approaching half-time. Arsenal have had one shot on target. Saka cut inside. I reckon he should have tried to have gone for the far corner. Drills it. Yeah, you're right. He probably will score now, hasn't he? I should never really say I don't rate a player that's currently on the pitch. I honestly don't think he's that good. Even at the World Cup, started for Argentina, got dropped. They looked better when Alvarez went up there. David Raya in possession, 12 minutes till half-time, 1.4k likes, big up. Can we get 2k before half-time? Appreciate all the support, community as always. Listen, the only positive thing I can give you out of this game is that we're not losing, it's 0-0. But going forward, we've created so little, but you kind of hope that we build as the game goes on. I think you can see we're a team short on confidence at the moment. When you're confident, things happen naturally on the football pitch. We look a bit like we're trying to figure it out. I do still have the cones. I do. From that famous picture that you've got there where the cones was on the head. Just joined. Sounds like the half was very poor half. Come on, Havertz. Be strong. Look at the ball. Does well there. Keep possession. Trossard. Come on. Get bodies forward, man. When Inter have got the ball, they've got 4 or 5 players in the penalty area. We need to get bodies forward. Saliba. Saka's there. So few options. Needs movement. Needs movement. Look, he's got no one to pass to. He's got to go backwards. But we are keeping the ball at least. We need to create something. Here's Thomas Partey. 11 minutes till half-time. Arsenal in possession. Forced backwards. Timber. You're right, you know, Timber and Ben White have hardly got forward in this half. Martinelli up against Dumfries. Timber makes a good run. Why didn't you give it to him? He's got his arms out like, bro. And look, he's going to give it him now. He done the Mesut Ozil thing as well. Punched it into the ground. Should have given it him earlier. They're the little moments where you would get so frustrated with Martinelli. Timber makes the run off the 2 players. Roll it down the line. He doesn't play it. And then waits for him to come back. And then he gives it him. It's crazy. Man said Martin R. Kelly. That is wild. That is wild. Trapped in the closet for real. Even if he signed Gyokeres, Mikel would play him at left back. He probably would. We keep the ball all that time. Trossard gives it away. Saka, don't foul him. Goal kick to Inter. Honestly, dreadful first half. If you're not watching this first half, don't bother watching the highlights. Don't rewatch the game. Hope that the second half gets better because this first half has been dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. You're right, the team is in reboot mode. This is restore factory settings team. We're trying to rediscover ourselves because it's like we don't recognise ourselves at the moment. We've got to play better than this if we want to win. I do get the impression we're set up to draw this game. But the danger when you play like that is if you go 1-0 down, how do you get back into the game if you're not really that intent on attacking? That's better from Havertz. Wins a throw-in. Courtesy didn't. His head was down like usual, probably. I just woke up. What did I miss? I didn't. My advice would be go back to sleep. That would be my advice. You didn't miss anything. Raekwon the chef. Curtis, my guy. Shout out the community. I haven't been able to catch a live in a minute. But this is terrorism football. Big up to you. I don't even know if it's that good, to be honest. I don't know what it is. I don't think I've ever, in my whole life as an Arsenal fan, thought Arsenal were boring. Like, George Graham's Arsenal wasn't, like, amazing, but at least they won games. Havertz, good chest down. There's no movement. Move for him. The team needs to move more. Look when a player's on the ball. the lack of movement from the players in front. Look, even here, Trossard is like, I'm going to have to go backwards because no one's moving. Look, backwards. Backwards, sideways football. Martinelli, have a run at him. It's too slow. Look, Timber's made the run again. Whips in a high cross. Well, at least it's a corner. At least it's a corner. The only positive is I'm still awake watching this game because I honestly thought in that first 20 minutes I was going to nod off. I mean, jeez. I think we're going to have to score from a set piece. That might be our only way. Yeah, we did have Merson, and Merson was a silky baller, creative player. Surely we're not this heavily reliant on Odegaard that we just can't play with any silk with him not being in the team. Brest are winning 1-0. Calm down with the jokes, people. Relax. Saka whips in the corner. It's there. Can we get something out? Oh, it's cleared away. I thought that was going to fall to us. Inter managed to clear it. We're going to end up all the way back with David Raya from our own corner. Raya clips it upfield. Looking for Saka. Come on, Saka. Keep it in. No, it's gone out. We're approaching half-time, people. 7 minutes to go. No one is standing out. Nah. They're not. Like, I don't... It's very difficult to, like, be critical of any individual player. I just don't think... I don't think there's a system or a style that's even allowing anybody to stand out. Martinelli's had the ball 1v1 against Dumfries. That is not a foul. Oh, Timber looked like he muscled him there. I think that's a soft free kick, ref. Man said Martin Lenny Henry. Big see how's your boy Martinelli. Ain't my boy, bro. That guy's from Peru. I don't even know if he's from Peru. 700 million, and this is what we have become. Yep, you're right. You're right. Park the bus. We're set up for a 0-0 or a 1-0 on the counter-attack. That's all we're looking for, I would say. Marino gets caught. I am not convinced by that guy at all, people. Dumfries whips it in, headed away. Comes out to the edge of the box. It's chipped in. We're in trouble. Over Saliba's head. Oh, Taremi heads it over. He gives a goal kick. I thought that was going to go in there. We got away with that. This, honestly, what is that from Mikel Merino? No awareness whatsoever. Absolutely crazy. Yeah, this guy Marino, man. So slow on the ball. I'm not joking. I think Jorginho would be better. And that's saying something. Because I would have released Jorginho in the summer. Good play by Trossard. Finds Saka. We've got a few bodies forward this time. Needs to move it. Looks for Trossard. Not sure that was the right ball. Pulls out a decent cross. It's cleared. Better. Ben White. We need the fullbacks to be a bit braver. They're playing with wingbacks. You've got to go and support the winger. Why are we sitting back so much? Snake Eyes, they need Big C for creativity. Run the clip. Hey, brother. Arteta would have me at right back. Defending. Inverting. Get Marino off. He's finished. Nah, listen, he needs time to settle, but I'm just not convinced by what I'm seeing from him. It's too slow in possession. They said he was the best dual-winning centre midfielder in Europe. I can't see it. Partey much better than Marino, as better forward, but he's way better. Marino ain't winning duels. Curtis short for manager. J20 is quicker. He is. Come on, Saka. I told you, the wingers are the outlet. That's a good ball. Timber, Martinelli out wide. Come on, Martinelli, please. Please do something. You put one decent cross in the game. Timber. Marino's made a good run. What kind of shot is that? Why is the keeper punching that? It's up in the air. I feel like he could have caught that easily. Saka, make a run round him, Ben White. Here's Ben White. Gets to the byline. Terrible cross. Wins a corner. See, we've got to be a bit more ambitious. That's a weird shot, man. I feel like he could have saved that shot quite easily from Timber. He punches it away. Take some shots at the guy, man. Set piece FC. Corner to Arsenal. In swinger. Saka. Come on. We need something here. We need a Gabriel header. Give us the lead. This game's winnable, by the way. Let me tell you that. We're not even playing well, but it's a winnable game if we're a bit more ambitious. Saka corner. The goalkeeper has not looked great for them coming for crosses. Saka whips it in. It's high. That's not a bad one. It's flicked away. Goes out for another corner on the other side. You saw this. Saka had the ball. There was all that space for Ben White, and he's hesitating. Run around him. I'm telling you, this guy Marino, even when I see him on the screen, he's breathing heavy and everything. Robert said, Big C, I followed this team since I can remember. 50-odd years. Big up, bro. He said it's been more downs than ups, and it won't change. I mean, you've watched a lot more Arsenal than me. I'm probably quite lucky that I grew up in the George Graham era when we were successful, and then Wenger. So maybe I was spoiled, you know? In swinging corner, Martinelli to take it. Deep to the back post. It's another corner. Another corner. Inter are not happy. Is he changing his mind? What's going on? The ref don't seem to know what he's doing. He has given a corner. Who did that come off? Oh, it came off the top of Saliba's head. I'll take it. Barcelona winning 2-1 apparently. I just saw a stat. Rafinha's got the most assists in Europe. A player that over the years I've been like, nah, don't bring him to Arsenal. All of a sudden, he looks like an absolute world beater. If we up the tempo, we can get something out of this. We haven't actually played very well, but Inter are not amazing. There's a lot of space out wide. There's a lot. Saka, put this straight on the goalkeeper and get players around him. Look, there's loads of players around him. Here we go. Oh, flicked on. Martinelli, don't be silly here. Get it back in the box. Just give it to him. Give him the ball. What are you waiting for? Timber. No, he's looking for movement. You're in the same place. Why don't you make a different run? He's going to... Please lift your head up. Crosses it in. It's not a bad ball. Honestly, we are Stoke City. All we do is cross the ball. They're on the counter-attack. Dumfries finds Latoro. Get up, man. No, stop rolling around. It's embarrassing. Look at him. Nothing wrong with him. I can't stand that guy. And any time, look at him. He's actually telling the ref to book him. You fraud, mate. Look, he hardly touched him. He flung his legs up. It's but I hate that side of football so much. You absolute little cheat. I wouldn't take that guy for 10 million. Honestly, I can't stand him. I think he's so overrated. So overrated. Big C, I'm falling asleep. Bro, all we do is cross the ball. This reminds me of when Tierney was doing it. It's so bad. Inter whip it in. It's bouncing around. The referee's given a penalty. Oh, my days. Inter Milan get a penalty. Oh, my days, Thierry. Why did you do this to us? We don't deserve this. It's week after week. I preferred it when we were fifth. At least Aubameyang scored goals. Oh yeah, Mikel Merino. Mikel Merino slapping the ball. Maybe he thinks he's playing volleyball in Spain. I mean, that is harsh, man. He's a yard away from him, but... Ah, dear. Calhanoglu penalty. They're giving it as well. Control-Alt-Delete settings. I think that's a harsh penalty. I'm going to be honest. He's a yard away from him. The ref actually gave it straight away. I told you the other day, not only does he look like Leroy, he plays like him. I think that's a harsh penalty, man. I really do. If you've played football at any level, what are you supposed to do there? You're actually 1 yard away from him. Calhanoglu against David Raya. Come on, Raya. Make a hero of yourself. I think he'll go keeper's right. I think he'll whip it with power. Come on, Raya. Wow, we're actually in time added on as well. He would have blown half time probably after that chance. Oh, they are doing a VAR check. I'm sorry, that should be overturned. You can't give a penalty for that. I don't care if his arm's out a bit. He's a yard away from him. They're going to give it. They're going to give it. No, he's giving it. Check over. They're giving it. It's given. It's a penalty. Calhanoglu against Rayo. It's going to be half-time straight after. I bet he goes keeper's right. Yeah, straight down the middle. 1-0 to Inter Milan. I just don't know what to say, man. I don't know what... I'm just... You know what? I'm at the point now I can't even shout. I can't scream. I wouldn't even be bothered enough to rip a shirt. I'm just done with this team. It's boring. I'm bored of it. I'm bored of watching this team. What is the point going to a game, parking the bus and losing anyway? What's the point? You can't get much worse than that. Play boring football and get beat. I can't offer you anything worse than that. At least go there and attack and have a go and see what happens. We'll go there, park the bus, not create anything, end up losing anyway. They'll all cry about the ref, of course, online. It's a harsh penalty, I'm telling you that. But to be honest, we've been awful. We've been absolutely awful. Look at this Mikel Moreno. He's an absolutely terrible signing. Terrible. He'll blow half-time as soon as we kick off. There you go. We're going to kick off. He'll blow half-time. Just blow half-time. I've seen enough. I need a nap. Half-time. There we go. Trust the process, people. No wonder Edu left. No wonder Edu left, mate. He knew. Let's just drop half-time bombs. This is shocking. Cross it and hope for the best. This is absolutely shocking. I don't even understand what's happening with this football club. Like, honestly, I thought this season things were going to get difficult because the transfer window, I thought that one or two of the other teams would get back into it. But I'm sorry, this is worse than I expected. And listen, I totally understand that the penalty could be deemed harsh. I get that. But can somebody explain the football that we're watching? Because I saw this against Bournemouth. I saw this against Newcastle. And I'm seeing it again. I'm seeing a team that looks afraid to attack. I'm seeing a team that looks afraid to attack. 5 years, 700 million, and this is what I'm watching. This is all we can offer. Get the ball out wide to the winger, whip a crossing. I mean, have we got Duncan Ferguson, Niall Quinn, and Jan Koller up front? Like, when did we become monsters at scoring goals from crosses in open plays? Kai Havertz, a target man monster. Like, come on, man. Come on. What the hell is this? And Inter are not even that good. I'm going to be totally honest. They started the game really well. 4 of their best players are on the bench. It's awful. Now listen, the penalty, I think it's harsh. Let me say, the penalty, I think, is harsh. I think that the explanation was it's because the hand is outstretched. I don't know the rules nowadays. I say this all the time. I've been involved in football for a long time. I don't know what the rules are. They change them every year. I'm going to have to slow down the comments a little bit because they're absolutely flying in. Appreciate everyone locked in. Hit the like button, subscribe. Nearly 6,000 of you in the chat. I think it's a very, very harsh penalty because he's so close to him. I don't understand what he's meant to do. All he's done, it's not like he's stuck his arm out to block it. He's just, you know, he's going to block the ball. The arm's out a bit. It hits his hand. I think it's very harsh. Very harsh. I'm not actually criticising Arsenal for the penalty and the goal being 1-0 down. Like that can be defended all day long. But I'm so annoyed with the way we're playing football. I'm so annoyed. Like, this is not a prime representation of Arsenal. This is not what we are as a football club. George Graham played 1-0 to the Arsenal. It was accepted because there was success with it. I'll take 1-0 boring football if you're going to lead us to a league title. To play boring football and be unsuccessful makes no sense to anybody. And people think, do you think Odegaard's going to fix all this by himself? He's not. He's just not. Harvey said, come on, we've been the better team. I disagree, bro. I disagree. They've had the bigger chances. They've pressed. They're putting 5 players in the box. They're hitting us on transition. We're playing slow, predictable football. We're whipping crosses in. Yeah, the stats might make it look like it because we've had a lot of corners. But our football's terrible. I was half asleep during that half. We had 1 half chance from Saka. 1 half chance. All we do is cross the ball in and see what happens. Like, when have Arsenal ever played like that? Get the ball out wide and just whip it in high. That's not Arsenal, man. We look like we've been space jammed. Genuinely, that's Daffy Duck and Mickey Mouse on the pitch. But yeah, listen, the penalty's very harsh. That's a great point. You see, somebody, I think it's Nick. He said, unfortunately, that is a penalty in the Champions League. We got one identical to it against Shakhtar, and that's a great point. That was an extremely similar penalty. Sometimes, you know what I mean? I remember that Shakhtar penalty thinking, that is harsh. You know, hit his arm. He was right next to our player. I think that was the one Trossard missed. I went to that game with Cruz. Very difficult, man. I'm more disappointed with the performance. People have to understand sometimes, right? Honestly, you know, it's sport in general. It's very difficult to break habits. Confidence is hard to gain and easy to lose. And when you lose it, it's very difficult to get it back. And at the moment, this team is short of confidence. And the problem that we've got, we don't have a good squad. So we can't take people out and bring other people in because he doesn't trust them. He doesn't trust Raheem Sterling. He doesn't trust Nwaneri. He doesn't trust Jesus. So he's sticking with the same players. Now, we're in a difficult moment at the moment, and I'm not... To me, I think if you do the right thing, and you're doing the right thing, I think eventually the results come back. Play the right way. Try and attack. Get bodies forward. Show some ambition. And I think people will just say, look, you tried your best, you're trying to do the right thing, but it's just not quite happening for us. Hopefully it does. But I think when you're doubling down and saying, we're going to sit back and defend... I mean, they're showing you the penalty now. I'm just trying to hear what Keown's saying. People saying in the Champions League the handball rule is a lot different to the league. People, if you guys are aware of it, let me know. But people are saying that... I mean, the ref gave it straight away. No hesitation. He's blowing the whistle instantly. I don't know. I don't know. Guys, let me know. Let me know. All I can say is that first 45 minutes was an absolute horror show again. There's a lot of super chats. Let me get into these super chats. Make sure you hit the likes, people. 5.5K in the chat. Peru Nelly said he's from Peru, bro. I have the passport. I'm not sure Peru would want him. I would much prefer Brest on my screen. Maybe we'll watch them. Be better than this. Cam said Latoro should be sent off for gesturing a yellow. I thought at one stage they said players would get yellow cards for that, but Cam said 1-0 to Inter's B team. This team disgusts me. Peely, I've had enough of this wannabe manager. Sack him. We play like it's an exhibition game, said MP. To be fair, it's not even... In an exhibition game, you'd expect to see a few tricks. This ain't even an exhibition game, bro. Ray Kwan, I know you talked about him on the OG show, but management need to have a conversation about Martinelli. Yep. You might as well play Sterling over him at this point. Thermal, parking against their B team, and we are 1-0. I mean, B team's a stretch. It's still a good team, but yeah, 4 of their players. William said Boston Celtics and Arsenal were so similar up until last year. Both rosters full of divas. We made the big Zinga signing and everything changed. Zingas and Drew Holiday. It gave you that dog, man, that fight. That's what Arsenal haven't got, you know. I said it. We got too many puppies, not enough dogs. That's why they play North London Forever with them dodgy lyrics, people. If you've never read the lyrics, go and read the lyrics to that song and see why I have an objection with that song. But hey, ballet training for future penalty dodging, said Trixie. But he loves the players. He wouldn't swap them for anyone, apparently. AFTV saying Arsenal were the better team. Rubbish. Disagree. One shot on target that was straight at the keeper. What did we create apart from that? We put loads of crosses in and corners. To play like this, at least bring me Mourinho. I'd accept it with him because he'd probably win something. Tyrone, this performance has more Vanarama South Cup vibes. Yeah, it does. Cross the ball and hope for the best. You might as well sign a 6'7" target man if you're going to play like this. Johnny's World said, are we in phase 5 or face off? We are a Shambles. I think you meant to put Shambles. Face off. What a film that was, by the way. Big up Johnny's World. Perunelli, they just don't care. No reaction at all. Fit said Arteta has always been the problem. Sack him. Pierre said, can this team beat Chelsea? It can, but probably won't. Probably get Cole Palmered. And Harvey said, respectfully, Big C, we're not sitting back this game. We've been at their fullbacks, getting the ball in the box. How is that a horror show? Bro, I tell you why, for me, it's a horror show. And you make some points there. Wingers have got the ball. We're playing one way in this game. We've only played one way in this game. Get the ball to the wingers and put a high cross into the box. It's predictable. They're dealing with it easily. And it isn't really asking no questions of them. Inter have had a shot that hit the bar. They've won a penalty. They've put crosses in. They've hit us on transition on the counter-attack. Bissett got in but didn't have the quality. He was a centre-back. They've hit us in a variety of different ways. Calhanoglu had a long shot that went just wide. We are so easy to predict and play against. It is painful to watch. I appreciate your super chat and I'm always happy to debate people. And I think the penalty is harsh, but like they said, we got a very similar penalty against Shakhtar Donetsk. Champions League seem to give those sort of penalties for some reason, you know, but it is what it is. It is what it is, people. Saka had a shot. You know what I mean? That's all we're clinging to. Oh, great, we had a shot. We're meant to be a 750 million team. And he had a shot straight at the goalkeeper. Come on, man. We need more. We're missing 1 or 2 players. They're missing 4. They've actually got a weaker team out than us. I was struggling to stay awake in that half, man. The keepers had nothing to do. One shot straight at him. Come on. We got to. If we want to win the Champions League, which is at this point, there's no point being in the Champions League. You might as well go back to the Europa League. Do you know what I mean? We might win that. We can't play like this and justify it. Oh, I've got all sorts of lag going off. I'm going to have to reset that. Come out and come back in. Are we back? My internet's lagging. I don't know what's going on. Are we back, people? Are we back? No. Right, we're back now, people. Apologies. I think you probably thought I just decided to leave. I probably should have left, but no, the internet was playing up. I had to just reset it quickly. Right. Second half about to begin. Richard said, let's say how it is. We got 4 centre backs across the back, 2 CDMs, no strikers. Arteta thinks he's playing 4D chess. It's terrorist football, boring. Cool bus driver, did you flush the toilet, bro? I'm watching toilet football. Internet decided to give up on me. Arteta sabotage you. Listen, people, get the likes up. Let's at least make it a quality stream. Big second half. Listen, at least now, I mean, it's not the circumstances I want to do it. They're going to have to attack. Can't sit back now and just put 40 crosses in, mate. You're going to have to actually get bodies forward and try and score. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. Somebody said any changes. Come on, mate. Arteta don't make half-time changes. Arteta is not interested in substitutes. I guess this is why Edu left. Yeah. Losing to a B team, Arteta is a criminal. Well, half their team missing. Sounds crazy, but this second half is season-defining. As I say, with Arsenal, we tend to get into habits. Arsenal get beat tonight. Chelsea looks like a horror show at the bridge. Looks like a horror show. Oh, my God. He is making a change. Jesus. I reckon Martinelli gets dragged. He will never take Havertz off a football pitch unless he's got a broken leg. Who's he taking off? I bet money it's Martinelli, 11. 9-4. Who's that? Marino. Wow. Is that Marino? Or was it? Did that say 23 or 29? What was it? No, 23. It's Marino. It is Marino. Marino is awful, by the way. Second half underway. Marino dragged at half time. Thanks a lot, Sociedad, mate. You know what I mean? Come give away a penalty and then drag him off. You know how long we took to sign that guy? You know how many videos I made? Marino's close. Edu's flown to Spain to seal the deal. Leroy stinker and hooked. Oh, bro. Jesus up top, I think. Havertz in midfield. Come on. Get it out wide. Get it out wide. Come on. What you got, Martinelli? Shoots. What are you doing, you donut? How are you going to score from there with your left foot? Near post with his left foot. You got bodies. Look at Havertz in acres of space. The guy's got the intelligence of a 2-year-old. In fact, a 2-year-old's probably more intelligent because they're crawling and walking. I'm actually disrespecting 2-year-old babies. I apologise. You're smarter than him. Havertz is unmarked there. Oh, my days. Yeah. Look at him. He's tackling his own player. He just ran into Gabriel. Honestly, man, get rid of this guy. He's awful. Absolutely dreadful, this guy. Havertz's hold-up play's been all right. It has been all right, to be honest. The timer, people saying, it's there now, isn't it? I think. Can you see it? I don't know. That with this timer, there's a delay. For some reason, it doesn't come on for like a minute. And then it catches up. So it should be there now. It should be fine. He's 22, bro. Bro, Barcelona got a 17-year-old, bro, who was in school last year. He's got braces on. This guy's 22 ain't no baby no more, bro. 22 ain't like he's just come out of the youth team. He's been an Arsenal first team player for about 4 years. The guy's still running with his head down. I'm not buying into that he's 22 as a defense mechanism. Jesus in, here we go. Big up MP, Orthodox Boxing, Mikel Marino and Mikel Farteta out. Marino, another 0 out of 10 cameo, says Cam, well done, lad. DM Havertz in midfield, he's doing it again, stop this. Corner to Arsenal, Martinelli to take it. It's going to be set piece FC. It's the only way we'll get back into this, I think. Whipped in by Martinelli, it's high, oh! Chance. Saliba didn't make a good connection. Hits him on his shoulder. Do you know what? That's our biggest chance of the match. He's in the 6-yard box there, unmarked. Yo, why is Arteta pulling funny faces like that, man? What's he doing? He's losing it, people. Marino is the Spanish El Neni. He could be. He could be. Clevet said, stop making exit. Martinelli's 23, actually, yeah. Yamal and Gula are 17 and 18. Atalanta winning 1-0. Yeah, we're doing the Eddie Nketiah. Oh, he's only young when Eddie was like 25. We thought he was like still 19. It's crazy. No, Rice didn't travel. He's not playing. Jesus fouls Bisek, free kick to Inter Milan. If we don't get anything from this game, Big C's Twitter grenades will get dropped and I'm all for it. Oh, you know that, bro. There was one at half time, to be honest. Lookman scored apparently for Atalanta. 217. Oh, internet's ramping again. I don't know what's going on with it. People, my apologies. My internet is having an absolute shocker out of nowhere. I never usually have any problems with the internet. It keeps lagging. I've restarted it for the second time. Hopefully it's all right. I want my super chat rerun. E. Ross, did you put one? Honestly, I didn't. I don't think you have. I know you're always on the wind-up. Hopefully that restart helps it out. Here come Inter Milan, right-hand side. Is that Dumfries? Whips it in. Good block by Timber. Goes to David Raya. Man said, did his internet. Yo, it is greasy, I tell you that. Now, I don't know what's going on. My internet never usually plays up. Even the Wi-Fi's giving up. Look, it's playing up again. Big C using the Arsenal Wi-Fi. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Here's Saka. Yeah, I'm StreamYard, man. It must be something to do with them. I just checked the internet. It was, it looked all right. But anyway, Arsenal in possession. Marino Wi-Fi. Yeah, the potato's back, man. It needs to fix up. Hopefully it'll be all right. Let me know in the comments if it's all right. It looks all right at the moment. Arsenal in possession. Martinelli say, you know what that means? We're probably going to lose the ball. Havertz actually held the ball up quite well. He's just not getting in any goal-scoring situations, unfortunately. Arsenal scoring soon. Get ready. I hope you're right. Latoro plays a through ball. He looks offside. Martinelli was the last defender there. If it happens again, I'll restart the router, but I think it's all right at the moment. I was just checking to see if StreamYard had any issues. But my apologies. Barcelona winning 3-1. They are cooking, aren't they? Let's see who scored the goals in the other games. Here's Saka, right-hand side. 2 players on him. Ben White's not interested in overlapping. He's not one bit interested, and he gives the ball away. Inter win a free kick. Ben White, mate. What is the point? Who scored? Inigo Martinez, 2 for Lewandowski. So what happens when you have a proper striker up there? You know what I mean? Proper strikers get goals. No merch orders, bro. Was just about to cuss your internet and mine went out. I said DT outside cutting. Yo, big unknown see you know. Hey, man. Don't worry about that, brother. That brother, an idiot. Side-to-side football, no vertical. Nah. Nah, man. It's boring and methodical, my friend. What happened with the argument with yeah, man, the man wants to cry about football opinions, you know? But I ain't got time for that guy, man. For obvious reasons. Big C, how are you not sleeping watching this? This guy Arteta needs to do what Edu did. He won't do that. He won't do that. I really like watching Timber at right back. Calafiori at left back offered more balance. Had more balance. AFTV paying Arsenal tax, blaming ref. Sick of it. If there's an excuse, people will cling to it. I'm not interested, to be honest. I want accountability. We always hide behind refs' decisions. What about the performance? If we play well and a ref rips us off in a game, I will be on the front line arguing about the ref. But when you play football like this, Rafinha's just scored 4-1 to Barca. 4-1. And all we've got is a Saka shot straight at the goalkeeper. Yo, free Max B. Big up yourself. We are the flat earthers of football. Oh, dear. Big up Vegas Gunner. Arteta is telling the fullbacks not to overlap. He's coached the aggressiveness out of the team. Losing hurts worse when you play boring football. Exactly. You might as well go for it in life, people. Why worry about what could go wrong? Why not go for it and say, you know what? No regrets. At least I tried to make it happen. This team want to sit back and play for 0-0s like we're some defensive football club. We're the Arsenal, bro. We're known for attacking football, enjoyable football. We're 10 minutes away from biscuits if this carries on. Saka loses the ball. Wait till Inter bring on some of their better players as well. Curtis looks like he's a blood in LA. Yeah, I would not go around LA like this, trust me. No risk, no reward. You're right, Bjorn. 100%. Fabricator. You're all starting to realise what Granit did. We spent 200 million on Rice, Marino and Kai. Saka whips it in, headed away. But they never came close to what Xhaka did. Well, the fact that we're now calling for Xhaka says that something went wrong. That was a good cross. But of course, it's crossed the ball FC again. Back post, Saka heads it in the air. Sommer collects it. I just don't understand. I said this the other week. I don't know what game it was. Might have been Southampton. I was saying, why do Arsenal always put their crosses high in the air when we're not that good in the air? Why not whip low crosses in? Why not whip low crosses in? And let people try and get on the end of it. George Graham football without the trophies, bro. Big C looking like big meat. Yo, big up, Jay. I think I'm Big Mitch. You go to Legendary Stadium to play ish football. I hate this version of Arsenal. It's sad, isn't it? Here's Saka. Come on. You're up against Darmian, bro. I didn't even rate that guy when he was meant to be good. Saka whips it in. I mean, what can we do with that cross? It's a corner. We're relying on a set-piece header, I think. That's all we've got. Nobody shoots from outside the area. Nobody plays a through ball. Nobody does anything apart from put crosses in. It's wild. Make Arsenal great again. Give Trump the manager's job. Mikel Simeone. Well, he's a league winner, my friend, so I'm not even sure we can give him that. Dan's head. Curtis genuinely just feel deflated about where we're going. I don't see how Odegaard changes it. He doesn't. He'll help slightly. Corner whipped in. Oh, cleared off the line. Cleared off the line. Arsenal saying, was it in? No, it wasn't. Dumfries clears it off the line. Dumfries always looks vexed, don't he? He's got to be like Dutch Caribbean, Curacao or something. Man looks vexed. I don't know who got on the end of that corner. It looked like it was flicked on. Dumfries was on the back post. That's where someone's got to be in front of him there and just tap that in. Partey in possession. We're doing better. We are doing better. I just want us to do something different. Rather than just putting crosses in. David Raya pings it. Looking for Saka. Bissek heads it out. Honestly, Inter are not even that good. That's what's so frustrating. But they've got the likes of Barella and Thuram on the bench. So they're actually going to get better when they make subs. Trossard's been so quiet, although that is a good ball. Havertz. Oh, good save. Havertz tried to bend it. See what I mean? Have a long shot. Better start to the half. I actually thought he was crossing that to the back post, but I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. It looked like it was creeping in that far top corner, and the keeper tips it wide. This is the most one-dimensional style of football. How's it got so bad from last season? Says JP. It's strange, man. I think the bad results have scared the manager from attacking, you know? In swinging corner, Martinelli to take it. Come on, we've got to get something out of this. It's high, it's in the air, it's headed away by Bissek. Gabriel heads it across, cleared off the floor. Shot is scrambling, comes out, Saka. Give it him early, give it. Trossard. Go the other side, man. Ben White. Sorry, it's not Ben White. Saka whips it in. Slow. Havertz, good touch. Trossard don't want to shoot. Out wide. Martinelli, take him on. Timber on the overlap. Timber. Are we going to score, Partey? Somebody shoot, man. Jesus. Oh, it's blocked. It's like a ball machine. Partey. This is crazy. Is Jesus offside? Jesus, get up! Nothing wrong with you, man. I hate it when Jesus goes. And look, they win the free kick. We've started better, but we need to score. Free kick to Inter. This is crazy. Soft free kick to give away. It wasn't over the line, they're showing. See, we should have just kept Wenger. The way fans like Troops insulted him was a disgrace. I mean, was he... I think Wenger was finished, though. I didn't like the way he was pushed out of the club. But I think Wenger was finished. But they just didn't replace him in the right way. You know? Jesus always does that. Dramatically goes on the floor looking for free kicks. He should have just been strong. Triple change. Lautaro Martinez. Always said it, mate. That guy is overrated. Fratesi and I think that was Zielinski. Thuram, Barella and Mkhitaryan. Just think all them years ago we got rid of Mkhitaryan. I thought this guy's career is finished. Man's playing for Inter Milan. He's a league winner. Barella, baller. Marcus Thuram is Barella's captain. Thuram is a live wire. I don't particularly think Thuram's that great either, but Mkhitaryan will be fired up. He didn't have a good time at Arsenal, did he, really? Probably one of the worst swap deals ever, swapping him for Alexis. Jesus and Timber getting each other's way. Brian said we look like Stoke. We just need Rory Delap. $35 million for Marino. Mental. Looks really poor at the moment. 28 minutes to go. I'll be honest, we've started the second half better, but we haven't managed to score, and that's all that matters at the end of the day. When you're having that pressure, you need that goal. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, people. Let's get these numbers up. We're chasing the 100k by the end of this season. And like the video. Let's get the likes up. Arteta went to grab the ball. I don't think the ball was even out of play. He's in trouble. Arteta's getting booked. He went to grab the ball to throw it to an Arsenal player, and the ball wasn't even out. Arteta gets a booking. Assassin Curtis. What's crazy is this talk Ancelotti might get the sack. Perez don't play this manager position at the club. He's not challenged. He needs to feel uncomfortable. You're right, man. That's why they're so successful. Rafinha's scored for Barca. Stewie, I suggest every Arsenal fan check out and go book a holiday. We need to go Dubai. Last season, the Arsenal players needed Dubai. We need Dubai now. We need gold steak and a break from this. International break. I can't wait for it. What is it, a free kick or a throw-in? I think he's given a free kick to Inter that Arteta has given away. Arteta's given away a free kick by picking up the ball when the ball wasn't even out of play. It's crazy. Thuram, what's he given there? Offside, I think. Free kick to Arsenal. Who is the successor to Arteta? Well, Ancelotti's going to get sacked soon if they don't fix up. Zidane's out of work. Mancini's out of work. I'd take Simone and Inzaghi as well. There's probably many others that we could talk about, but that's enough to get started with. There's plenty there that can get you going. But I don't want to watch this football because I'm telling you now, if we lose this game, I've got zero confidence going to Chelsea. Because they attack. They will have a go at us. The club needs to fix up. It starts with these players. They need to get something out of this game. They need to get a point. And I honestly, and you know me, most games you lot always say to me, would you take a draw? And I say no. The way we're playing tonight, I probably would. Come on, that's a great ball. Ben White finds Saka up against Bissek. Twist him and turn him, bro. You just kicked it straight at him. It's a corner. Put a low cross in for once. Why do we always put high crosses in? Arsenal will replace Arteta with Kamala Harris. Probably. Is he losing the changing room? Probably the belief is going from some of the players. If you're Saliba, every game that we drop points, you're probably going to think, do I go Real Madrid? You know what I mean? Corner to Arsenal. Come on. Find a way, man. We need to stop this. We've got to at least get a draw. Saka whips in a corner. It's a poor corner. Doesn't get past the first defender. Ball comes back to him. Trossard inside. Saka whips it in. Again, headed away. You cannot just cross the ball in and hope for the best, man. That's not how the world works. You can't spend £700 million and your tactic is whip crosses in. That's just not how it goes, man. You've got to actually have some sort of tactics to, you know, why don't we shoot from outside the area? It's like we're banned from shooting. We've actually played okay in the second half, but we haven't created enough chances. That's the problem. Here's Saka. And that's the frustrating thing. You've got to bring Raheem Sterling on and get Martinelli off for me. Saka finds Havertz. Havertz actually... Oh, the ref tells him to get up. He's on the floor doing a Jesus. I was actually going to say Havertz's hold-up play has been pretty good, and then he falls on the floor. Is Game doing a documentary tour in London? I didn't know that, you know. I actually didn't know that. I've seen the game in concert before. It wasn't great. But I love a lot of the songs on that album. Yeah, the Game Announcers documentary tour 2025. 20th anniversary, damn. It's when you know you're getting old again, innit? I remember that album like it was yesterday. March 2025, London, Manchester and Birmingham. I'll be honest, I reckon I'll be there. I reckon I will be there. Wow, it's kicking off. Barella and Jesus. Oof, I like that from Jesus though, man. Push him out the way. I like that. Barella got booked as well, so fair play. He was hanging on to the ball. Documentary is an unbelievable album. Absolutely amazing album. There's so many hits on that. I know 50 obviously takes credit for a lot of it, but it's a classic. Yo, TM, bro. I don't need your love. Yo, don't get me started. They'll do me for copyright. They will do me for copyright, people. So many bangers on that album. But anyway, any chance of us creating a hit? Dreams, I brought you all my dreams. You're getting a parking pass. See, E. Ross, this guy's out of hand, you know. He's out of hand, and he always got a... It's not 1-1, people. Mods, get hold of them. It's not 1-1, it's still 1-0. Rastaman, the game was never the same without 50. It wasn't. It wasn't. Curtis, let's do a hip-hop stream. My favourite album is Illmatic. He's on tour in England as well, Naz, this weekend. Naz is amazing. Arsenal have possession. There's an Inter player down on the floor with a head injury. Havertz whips it in. Come on. Set him, Saka. What are you waiting for? What are you doing? There's two players in front of you, man. They're the moments where he winds me up. If you're world class, bro, you get in them situations. Wow, Thuram striding away. Well done, Martinelli. What is Saka doing there, man? 50's making a documentary on Diddy. Munzer said, I can proudly say I've watched every single Curtis Shaw video. What a legend. Red said, Curtis, it's like we're in hell, always forced to watch the same terrible performance again and again. Listen, I'm trying to keep the faith for the game. I said during games I will try and support the team. Saka, come on, bro. I need to see, and you've fouled him. Like, I don't want to make this about Saka because Saka is obviously probably our best attacking player. But I need more, bro. You're meant to be the superstar. I watched Alexis Sanchez with Coquelin and Giroud and all these bang average players look like a world beater. You got to do something. You're meant to be the man, the guy, the go-to. I watched Leao ripping up Real Madrid last night. Come on. The awareness. What? Odegaard's got to come on. 70th minute. Is Odegaard not fit enough to come on? Or have we got him there just to try and hype people up? Because it doesn't look like he's fit enough to play. What was the point him even travelling if he ain't coming on for 20 minutes? There's 20 minutes to go. We're 1-0 down. They're bringing on Asllani for Calhanoglu. And we're not bringing on Odegaard. So Odegaard's clearly not probably fit. And Raheem Sterling on loan and you ain't bringing him on. When he's played in Champions League finals, you're going to stick with... And Nwaneri as well. Why not bring on Nwaneri, bring on Sterling, take Trossard off, take off Martinelli. Here's Inter. Barella gets out wide. Dumfries volleys it. Puts it wide. Poor volley. I just don't understand this manager. I honestly, I'm actually trying to remain positive here. He's dropping documentary 3, album soon 2 before the tour apparently. Makes sense before the tour. Arteta out said, you're surprisingly calm. This club only lets us... Because you know what, bro? Surprise and anger comes from shock. Look at Saka there. Didn't even challenge. I'm not shocked. I watched Newcastle against Arsenal. I watched Arsenal against Bournemouth. This performance should not surprise any Arsenal fan. We are in the middle of an absolute shocking period of time with the style of football. I didn't expect us to win this game. If we get anything out of this, I'll be half happy if we even get a point out of this. But what I can't understand is there's 18 minutes to go. You've got our best young player on the bench, Nwaneri. You've got Raheem Sterling, who you said after 10 minutes I was convinced I had to sign him, but you won't bring him on. And you've got, you've also got, who was I on about? You've got Nwaneri, you've got Sterling. Who's the other player I was thinking of to bring on? My mind's actually gone blank about who's on the bench. But yeah, anyway, there's players on the bench that he should be bringing on. And he ain't bringing them on. Look, no one even... Oh, Odegaard, sorry, yeah, the skipper. Skipper's on the bench. We all said, listen, get him 20, 25 minutes. He'll be ready for Chelsea. He won't play against Chelsea. He's not gonna kick a ball. Probably come on for 5 minutes. Arteta got booked. Come on, let's just get an equaliser. Come on. Get something out of this game. Oh my God. What on earth? Get Martinelli off this pitch. What kind of a corner is that? Doesn't get past the first defender. It's hit him on the ankles. What on earth am I watching? Please make subs, Arteta, man. This is a joke. This is an absolute joke. I'm honestly, I'm trying to stay calm. I want to support the team through this game, but what is that? Was that Trossard? Forgive me if it was Trossard, Martinelli. It was Trossard. He's drunk. Get him off. He's steaming. Stella or Trossard, he's been awful today. What has he done in this game? What has Trossard done in this game? Nothing. Absolutely pointless being on the pitch. Champions League Wednesday. Remember all them years desperate to get back in the Champions League. What a great run that is from Timber. Gives it to Martinelli. Back to Timber. Play Timber up front at this rate. That's a decent ball. Unlucky. That's the best bit of play I've seen from Arsenal all game. It's 2-0 to Brest. Jokes coming in the comments. Best bit of play all game from Timber. Timber whips it in. Low cross. Havertz! Yeah! Oh my days! How have you not scored? Deflection goes wide. What a block. Should he score that? Ah, it's an amazing block. Would Gyokeres score that? You have got to score. It's a fantastic block. He's actually put it the direction that the defender is in. That's the problem. The near post is open. He's gone the other way. Corner. We've actually played all right in this game, but... We've played all right, but if you don't score, it means nothing. 15 minutes to go, people. Hang on in there. Saka corner. Oh, it's another poor corner. Comes back to him again. Just take him off corners. He can't get past the first defender. Here's Trossard. Come on, please do something. Put a good cross in. Back heel to Saka. Saka whips it in. Oh, again. The crosses are poor. And he handballs it. And he's getting a yellow card, man. Ah. Make some damn substitutes. You said you needed a better squad. You've got a better squad and you don't use them. I mean, I don't know actually if it is a better squad, but why not just throw Nwaneri on the pitch? What do you lose? What's Trossard doing that you can't throw Nwaneri on? Trossard ain't doing nothing. What's you know what I mean? I don't get it. At least Brest got a lovely pit. There they go. Look, there they go. Barcelona 5-1 up. And we can barely... Let's see who scored for Barcelona. 5-1 to Barcelona. Lopez. Fermin Lopez. We've actually played all right, but without a goal, it means very little. That's the sad thing about it. I don't understand this manager's tactics. Raheem Sterling might as well go back to Chelsea and play under 23s. It's crazy. Martinelli, left-hand side, finds Timber. Martinelli up against Dumfries. Clips a high cross in again. Are they going to learn? These high crosses don't work. Thuram and Saliba. Saliba clears it. To be fair, yeah, they're giving Saka a hard time. Cross and Hope FC, you're bang on. It's crazy. Look, Sterling's warming up. Kivior's warming up. All right, what are you waiting for? There's 13 minutes to go, bro. If you were going to make a change, you should have made these changes 10 minutes ago. Cannot understand why no subs. Sterling can't play Sunday. That's it. Do you know what? I never thought of that, Ash. It's a great point. He can't play against Chelsea. So, and he didn't come on against Newcastle. And is he going to come on tonight? Martinelli gives it away. Looking for Havertz. Havertz fouls him. They're making a change. DeMarco, they've made about 4 changes. We've only made 1. Sports Genius, Big C, we were winning trophies with Wenger. Wenger was keeping this club together. Players would play for Wenger. The fans owe him an apology. Well, his last 5 years, he won 3 FA Cups and got top 4 out of 5 seasons. In this manager's 5 years, he's had 2 top 4s and 1 FA Cup. So his first 5 years have been worse than the last 5 years of Wenger when people were protesting to get him out of the football club. So that's what I don't understand with this football club. They protested a legend who might have needed to go, no problem. 3 FA Cups and 4 top 4s, you said, get this guy out of the club. Yeah, 2 top 4s, 1 FA Cup. People online celebrate this guy like he's Pep. Make that make sense. It's got no sense in that when you explain it out loud. Why are people afraid to have conversations about this manager might be a big part of the problem? JP, every match has become about the result and not the performance. Yeah, every time we go, we want a result, we want to win. Then by the end of it, you go, I'll just take a win, man. We can't get a performance. We've done all right second half. We just don't have enough goal for it. We just don't. This game tells you everything that's wrong with Arsenal. We've actually played okay second half, but we can't score because we don't have a ruthless goal scorer. Jesus whips it in, headed away. Barella. Oh, what a flick to Thuram. Goes back to the goalkeeper. We haven't asked enough questions of this keeper. Great tackle, Jurrien Timber. Chance for Arsenal. Bodies in the area. Gets to the byline. Clips in a cross. The high cross ain't working. When are they going to realise? Unless you put a perfect cross right on Havertz's head and he's, gets that space. We must have put 30 crosses in tonight. And they just haven't realised it ain't working. Do something different. Maybe shoot from distance. Maybe try and play a through ball. We've had 14 corners. Inter have had none. The stats will tell you we've absolutely battered them. We haven't, but we have been the better team second half. But we haven't asked enough questions of the goalkeeper. We haven't done enough to test him. Man said, Big C, read this. 2 breasts, 0 batting. Yeah, Arsenal 0. Ah, dear. Saka up against DeMarco. Another high cross. Are they not going to learn? What are they saying? Sanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. This team are not learning. High crosses ain't really working for us. Make sure you download the SofaScore app. Subscribe to the channel if you aren't. What are you doing, people? Information and entertainment. Hit the like button as well. He's bringing on Zinchenko. I mean, at least one here. He's taking off Timber, who's actually been our best. I mean, I get it. The injuries, he probably can't play that many minutes. Again, no Raheem Sterling. Trossard off for Waneri. You should have done that 20 minutes ago. Drossard again. Drossard again. Ole, ole. Stella R. Trossard again. Stella R. Trossard again. Stella R. Trossard again. Ole, ole. No Raheem Sterling again. It's wild. What was the point in that deal? What's Nwaneri going to do in 9 minutes? Going to touch the ball about 3 times. Musiala scored for Bayern. This manager is insane. I used to say jokes, but I reckon he's in debt. I think he wants to get sacked. Yeah, he's going to talk. Do you know what he's going to talk about? You're totally right. He's going to say how we dominated this game because of the stats. We had 13 corners and we had more shots, more possession. So what, mate? You put 30 crosses in. Test the goalkeeper properly. Create big chances. 8 minutes to go. Got to get out of here with a point. Sterling, you might as well send him back. It's a waste of time. Didn't come on against Newcastle. Doesn't look like he's coming on here. And ineligible to play against Chelsea. Martinelli. There's another high cross on the way. There's another one. There it is. Headed away. I'm like, what is going on here? What are we watching here, people? What are we actually watching? We've got what this guy said. What I got in it unknown. Man said I got all these formations and we're evolving and all of this. All foreplay, no penetrate. You're not wrong. What is the point in this? Zinchenko. There's another high cross coming. He puts it in lower. Inter can just sit on the edge of their own box and go, right, 5-4, 3-2-1. There's a high cross coming. Thuram wins a free kick. It's just boring. I'm bored of this. I'm genuinely bored of watching this team. It's just ridiculous. What has happened to this team? What on earth has happened to this team? Making subs with 9 minutes to go. Putting 30, 40 crosses into the box. This is genuinely Tony Pulis football we are watching. You see why I don't go to these games? I ain't travelling nowhere to watch this. It's winter as well. So Odegaard was a facade, right? He's not genuinely... He's on the bench for no reason. He's clearly not fit enough to kick a ball. You brought him there for vibes. To hype people up to think that he was coming on. 6 minutes to go. We all said, listen, Odegaard, 20 minutes today. Start him against Chelsea. He's clearly probably not going to play. And then the international break, they'll give him 2 weeks off. It's a joke. Absolute joke. 6 minutes, come on. I'll back the team till the end, of course. Every game, I will back the team. After the game, we're having serious conversations because this is ridiculous. 700 million to play like this. I mean, come on, man. If the goalkeeper had made 4 top quality saves with it, the post, the crossbar, I'd say, okay, look at the football we played. It just didn't happen. But to play like this, man, come on. Here's Partey. Are we banned from shooting outside the area? I don't understand it. Zinchenko finds Martinelli. I don't know how Martinelli's got 90 minutes. Zinni at the byline. Throw into Inter. When you're bringing on Zinchenko when you need a goal, it's like, what the hell is going on here? Like, honestly, man. Wenger finished 5th and 6th in his last 2 years. Arteta out, Edu out, KSE out. Edu leaves and Odegaard returning out. Yep, calm the fans down. That solves everything. We are cooked, says Doc. We move on together. Yeah, that'll be the tweet. That'll be the tweet. On to Stamford Bridge for the weekend. Inter haven't hardly attacked. They haven't had to. They know 1-0's in the bag. They've still got a couple of their top players on the bench. Nwaneri does well. Should have started the game, man. Looks more lively than Trossard already. Martinelli whips it in. Are they ever going to learn? Like, am I going mad it? I feel like they're just replaying the same clip over and over again. What are those coaches thinking on the bench? Just keep crossing it, lads. Something will happen. This is Tony Pulis football we are watching in 4K. Here's Saka. Ben White on the overlap. There's another high cross pending, don't worry. Saka thinks the ball can teleport through people. Havertz shoots wide. I mean, at least he had a shot. Goes wide, people. I mean, I don't know what to say to you. I'm trying to keep you all, like, hyped up that something's happening here, but look at the state of that shot from Havertz. They said we don't need a striker. They said Havertz going to score 20 goals. Oh, dear. He's going to score 20 league goals, they said, in pre-season. He'll be lucky if he has 20 shots. He's probably got 20 donkeys, but he ain't scoring 20 league goals. This is a joke. Come on, man. Just get an equaliser, man. Please. This is getting bad. This is getting really bad, man. Come on, please. Warriors Celtics at midnight. Ooh, might have some of that. Steph Tatum. That's a Celtics win, I reckon. I told you, I have to watch NBA just to get over these games. Will Charles Watts write another book? Probably. Probably. The Revolution. Ah. Come on. 3 minutes to go. Saka. Cross on the way. He'll cut inside and whip it. Ben White. Zinchenko. Zinni whips it in. Guess what? They head it away. Comes out. Gabriel Magalhaes. Blocked. Saka. We've absolutely dominated possession, but... Here's Jesus. Tries to nutmeg him. Loses the ball. I need a mental rest from this team. I don't blame you. I said it. Can't wait for the international break. I've never said that sentence ever as a football fan. I'm usually dreading the international break. Watching England. I cannot wait for the international break. I might even do live streams of Jamaica. Honestly, I can't wait. Absolutely can't wait. Steph Curry's injured. Not watching that game then. Not a chance. I cannot wait for the international break. Martinelli, he whips it in. It's high. Is it ever going to work? It might. It doesn't. It gets cleared. Just cross and hope. Here's another one. Oh, like, honestly, am I watching the same clip over and over again? Is this normal, what we're watching here? Ethan, what a turn, lad. Unlucky. We've still got the ball. Saliba, just hit it. Now he's crossing it in. Am I watching a repeat of the same thing? That's a free kick. Ref says no, fair play. Well done, Saliba. Bullies him. Do something different. Stop putting high crosses in. Oh, man. We just... People, please. What have we become? Just get an equaliser and we'll forget about this game. I won't even review it tomorrow. We'll just talk about the Chelsea game. Zinni whips in. It's high. It's flicked away. Clash of heads. Ref's going to give a free kick. That takes all the momentum. This is crisscross set. This is the true... I say it all the time. This is the Truman Show. This is the Truman Show. I'm trying to see what people are saying. Put the ball out wide, cross it in and hope for the best. That's all I've seen in this game. 90 minutes of high crosses. We are slow, we're methodical, it's boring, it's predictable, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous what we're watching, people. It really is. Yeah, they're just showing you Warriors Celtics. I'm not watching it if Steph ain't playing. Crossing in Charlotte. That's all, bro. That's all you're seeing. That's all you're seeing. Oh, I'm so glad I didn't go over there. Milan losing to Atletico. Milan. What am I talking about? PSG. PSG losing to Atletico at home. 5 minutes added on. We're already a minute in. Havertz always bleeding. Cut his head, I think. He'll probably bring Sterling on now. Odegaard was there just for vibes. Absolutely crazy what we are getting put through here. Oh, Odegaard's coming on. Oh, great. Bring him on for 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes. That'll sort everything out. He hates Raheem Sterling. Why sign Sterling to not bring him on the pitch? Oh, dear. Odegaard's on. That'll solve everything. 3 minutes of Odegaard. Havertz has cut his head. This is madness. Newcastle, no goals. Bournemouth, no goal. Inter, so far, no goals. 1 goal against Shakhtar that was an own goal. Havertz has cut his head open. I might need stitches. This is insane. This is absolute madness, what we are being subjected to here. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. I actually feel sorry I just feel sorry for us. I feel like we've been hustled, like we've been lied to. Trust the process, and this is what you're delivering us. Come on, man. I'm not even mad, people, honestly. I'm not shouting. I'm not raving. I'm very calm, actually, about what's going on. Because I feel like I never truly believed in this. And now we're seeing the product of it. These last 2 years, we needed to win the title. We needed to win the title in these last 2 years. People expected that opportunity to just wait around for us forever. Don't work like that. 90 seconds to go. Thuram up against Saliba, international teammates. I feel like you can see that this whole situation will come crashing down. Saliba will end up at Madrid if we don't fix up. He's not going to put up with this. Oh dear, 1-0, you know, penalty. Another game. Our member stream will be next week, 100%. I won't let you down this time, people. First week of the international break. We're going to have a lot to talk about. Do you know what? I'm going to have to start doing more neutral watch-alongs, man. I need to watch different games. JP, Chelsea are going to cook us. Joe Bot, Big C, we as fans must not deep how bad this is. We are regressing. The fans are okay with this. Arteta out. We need change. Listen, man. 45 crosses, is it? Arsenal record. Big Sam numbers. Cross the ball and hope for the best. The 5 minutes are up. We're on the verge of another defeat. Can we nick an equaliser? Probably not, but let's hope so. Oh, my days. You don't go to Italy and cross the ball. You know what I mean? These teams are built to defend that kind of situation. Man's in Italy whipping crosses in. Arsenal in possession. Nwaneri over the bar. That could have been the moment. Sums up the night, but at least he tried. And I don't want to hear him in the press conference go, oh, Nwaneri had a chance. Look at the turn from him. Have you seen Trossard do that all night? Unlucky. You know what I mean? He spun De Vrij there. Shot goes over. I'm not going to criticise him, that's for sure. 45 crosses, big set. This will be full time after this, I reckon. 60 million down the drain. Havertz didn't score again. Yeah, that song was embarrassing. Sam, defensive masterclass from Inzaghi. He should be the next manager of Arsenal. Arteta is a bottler. Always has been and always will be. Last chance. Saliba gets it forward. Saka gets clamped. It's got to be a free kick. Our window for success is definitely closing before our eyes. We can't spend money. Should have beat Fulham and won it last season. Yep. Simone Inzaghi's going mad. But you wanted Mourinho. Yeah, Mourinho's better than this manager, mate. Look at his trophy record. Peru nearly said Saliba and Saka should just save their career. Yep. Saka, last chance. Guess what? It'll be a high cross. And guess what? We don't win it. It's a goal kick. It's going to be full time. We don't deserve nothing out of it. I don't know what to think. I don't know what to think, man. This is just getting beyond a joke. He hasn't blown full time yet, so maybe he feels sorry for us. Ball goes out for a throw. Wow, we're 7 minutes in. Just clip the ball forward, man. Try. Going long to Jesus against Dumfries. I mean, make that make sense. Come on, Gabby, what you got? Last chance. Cross it. Win something. Jesus. Shot blocked. Full time. Game over. There we go, people. Another defeat. You wanted Mourinho. I want apologies from people because this is a joke. I've had enough. Absolutely shocking. Shocking football. What on earth am I watching? Club is a disgrace. Oh, grenade's been dropped already, man. Mikel Poulis, people. We thought we had the new Pep. We got the new Mikel Poulis. He's got to go. He's got to go, mate. We're gonna get dealt with at the bridge as well. Cole Palmer's gonna freeze us, mate, like Sub-Zero on Sunday. Confidence levels are too low. 2 games in a row without scoring. It's an embarrassment. Absolute embarrassment what we are watching before our eyes. And people dress this up. People will make excuses for this nonsense. This is the foolishness we have to deal with in the fan base. He's done. He's absolutely done, mate. I don't want to watch this nonsense no more. Bournemouth, Newcastle, Inter Milan, no goals. It's terrorism football. This is not what Arsenal are about. Mikel Merino, mate, honestly, loan him back to Real Sociedad. Just say you can have him back on a free. I'd rather have El Neni in midfield than what I've seen from him. He's absolutely awful. Second highest paid manager in the Prem. This guy's worse than Ten Hag, people. And I thought Ten Hag was one of the worst managers. That guy won 2 trophies and ducked out after 2.5 years. That was slow. That was just like going to the dentist and getting a needle in your gum. It hurts for a bit, then it becomes numb, and then it's over. This is like someone cutting your ear off with a spoon. It's slow, it's painful, it's drawn out. You never think it's going to end. This is just, I want this manager sacked. I don't care who says what. You might be offended by what I'm saying. Give him till the end of the season. I don't think I can wait till the end of the season. I can't watch this. No Arsenal fan will want to watch this. This is absolute garbage. Garbage football that we are watching. The project is done. The process is finished. It's over. Start again, reset, get rid of the manager, sell 5 or 6 players, go again. Stop blaming refs, VARs. The football stinks. The football stinks. The penalty could be harsh. We might have got a 0-0. We're terrible. We're a mess right now. We're an absolute mess. The guy spent a whole video justifying why Raheem Sterling was signed. I knew after 10 minutes I had to sign him. I was convinced he was hungry. Look at the video when he signed. You're going to see the best of me. Bro, all I can see is you on the bench with a HD cut shape up. Sterling, 2 games in a row, hasn't even come off the bench. We got Chelsea at the weekend. He's ineligible to play as a Chelsea player. Then it's international break. What is the point in Raheem Sterling being at Arsenal? Save the 100 grand and send him back to Chelsea. Nwaneri did more in 8 minutes than Trossard did in 80 minutes. What the hell does Nwaneri have to do to get a run out in this team? What does he have to do? What's the point in Trossard being on the football pitch? He's playing awful. Stella R. Trossard. It's garbage. It's absolute garbage. This is pathetic, what we are watching. No excuses. You've just watched a Stoke City style performance. I've just watched Arsenal put 40 crosses into a penalty area against an Italian team. We've just put 45 crosses in against a team that is defensively rock solid. Come on. We've gone so far backwards, it's unbelievable. We've gone so far backwards, it's unbelievable. I thought my TV had got stuck and I was just watching the same clip. Saka, touch, whip it in. Touch, whip it in. Bro, 21 shots, bro. You know most of them were headers that harmlessly did nothing. Do you know that, bro? Most of them were headers that bounced 3 times and the keeper just picked them up. The keeper wasn't tipping things over the bar and, doing all this, you know. He wasn't doing all that, bro. That was light work tonight. He made 1 good save tonight from Havertz, far corner. Let's not pretend because it says 21 shots. Oh my God, we played brilliant. We dominated the game. We had more possession. We had more shots. We had more corners. No, they went 1-0 up and they were chilling. Some of their better players were on the bench. I thought my TV had got stuck. I can't believe the football we're watching and being subjected to. Mikel Pulis, bro. Stoke City style football. We might as well sign somebody with a long throw and just pump crosses into the box. Pump throw-ins in there. You're right, bro. 700 million, no striker. It's crazy. But don't worry, lads. Charles Watts has got a book out. Arteta's Revolution. Arteta's Revolution, you know. What the hell has he revolutionised? He's turned us into a team that just lumps crosses into the penalty area and hopes for the best. We could have played till tomorrow afternoon. We wouldn't have scored. I can't believe it. It's beyond anger now. The screaming, the shouting, the ripping the shirts. That was 2-3 years ago. I'm beyond that now. I'm really starting to question what the hell I'm doing here. I might have to rebrand this channel. I don't even want to watch Arsenal against Chelsea on Sunday. I can't wait for the international break. I've never said that. What sane football fan says, can't wait to watch England play some boring game on Channel 4 with Andros Townsend as a commentator? Nobody in their right mind says that. I can't wait to watch England on Channel 4 against Republic of Ireland with Andros Townsend as the commentator. That's what they're sending me to right now. I've had enough of this. Inter Milan players on the bench laughing at us. They're thinking, what? These men are meant to be like one of the best teams in England. These men are soft, bro. They just rested 4 of their first team players, nicked to 1-0, and just sat in and said, Philip said, stop moaning. It's moaning channel is this Arsenal channel. Philip, mate, I'm going to do you the favour of blocking you from the channel, right? And go and watch someone else, mate. And go and dance around in the field with the daisies and the butterflies, mate. Right? Do that. I'm not even in the mood for that kind of foolishness. I ain't having that. Come correct. It's foolishness, bro. It's foolishness. Did you just watch that game? Like, what are man talking about? Oh, what are you moaning for, mate? What are you moaning about Arsenal for? This is an Arsenal channel, don't moan. We just lost 1-0 to Inter Milan. We just lost 1-0 to Newcastle. We just lost 2-0 to Bournemouth. We scraped a 1-0 against Shakhtar Donetsk. If the Omelette R9 could score, we'd have drawn that game as well. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing? If you want to have a debate, we can have sensible debate. Come to me and say, yo, bro, what are you moaning for? You know, I thought we did this, that, the other. Don't just go, oh, what you moaning for? It's meant to be an Arsenal channel. I ain't got time for that kind of foolishness. You know I'll take criticism as long as it's constructive. I don't want to reach stupidity. It's too late for that. 21 years, no title. No Champions League ever. No trophy in 5 years. No Carabao Cup since 1993-94. And they're telling me stop moaning. What the hell is going on here? Man United got Ten Hag, won 2 trophies and sacked him. And we've still had this same manager from before him. And people are going, what are you moaning about, mate? What are you moaning about? Oh, are you not watching the way we're playing football at the moment? I don't even know what team I'm watching. I feel like I'm a Stoke City fan right now. It's wild. It's crazy. Arteta Pulis, bro. 45 crosses. It's absolute madness. I'm just looking at these. The narrative online, genuinely, is that people saying we dominated the game and all that sort of stuff. Who cares? Who cares, mate? Dominated the game and lost. Oh, the WhatsApp groups are going mad again. Oh, right. What are you saying? What are you saying? We might as well give it to Daishi, mate. Let me read these super chats. I should have gone to the toilet, taken a dump, and stared at it for 90 minutes, then watched this game, says Mooney. Embarrassing. Mate, there'd have been more movement, I'm telling you. Mo said, be fair, we're good. We're good. At what, football? Or PR? Or dogs? Or merch? I'm not sure what we're good at, but maybe we are good at something. SC Gunnar, big up Big C. It feels like when we were 8th again. Yeah? Yeah, it does. It does, mate. Honestly. At least we had a top striker then. I'm telling you, Saka and Saliba, these men are off soon. That's why they signed for 4 years. 2 years, they'll start looking. I think this summer is 2 years. Arteta out, Nagelsmann in. I'd take him over Arteta. There's at least 5 managers I would take over him right now. Guile said he needs to go. He's clueless. Bang average player. 65 million on a donkey. Can't believe we've gone and done this. No goals, no centre forward. It's crazy. 700 million, you ain't got a suitable striker. And you don't trust your bench. Joba, the big Arsenal accounts and the fans are the problem. We are delusional to act like this is okay. Arteta out, Kroenke's out, destroying my club. Edu did himself a favour, mate, honestly. He jumped off the sinking ship. Aiden, we are 5 years into his tenure and we are no further ahead than we were under Wenger. Get this Lego-headed fraud out of our club. Get Gyokeres. Mate, if you were Gyokeres, would you sign for this club right now? Perunelli, 5 years, 750 million, no trophies. Arteta out. Ab said Gordon, 1 cross, bang. Arsenal, Mikel, 100 crosses, 0 landing on the striker. You're right. Gordon, 1 peach. Isak, proper striker, goal. Us, 45 crosses, no one scores from him. Havertz comes off with his head bleeding. Like, that tells you everything. Dinershen, Arsenal has no heritage in Europe. You're not even wrong. They don't rate us in Europe. Mikel Pulis or Mikel Poo-Poo. I mean, Mikel Pulis is probably Arteta and Mikel Poo-Poo is probably Mikel Marino. Because that's San Marino. Guile said Wenger in. At least he played good football. Latte, it's just the beginning. It will get bad and toxic. Fans fighting in the stands and empty seats. Then clueless Kroenkes we'll fire him. Yeah, I told you, it's going to be them latter Wenger years again. Big up Latte. MP, I don't recognise this team. Neither do I. Never seen Arsenal just whip 40-odd crosses in and hope someone's going to head it in. You're playing against an Italian team. The first thing you'll say about a good Italian team is they'll be organised defensively. They've got 5 at the back. So, yeah, we whip crosses in all night. Who's our heading machine that's going to go there and bully them? Havertz? Like, do me a favour. Seedorf, don't care about possession. What big chances we created. Tapas Pulis out. Nagelsmann in. Eminem, thank you for the super sticker. Guile, Trump in. Make Arsenal great again. MAGA. Trump settings, bro. This team will put us through therapy, said MP. Arsenal therapy, 2 p.m. tomorrow. You know we're going to be there. 45 crosses, only one that looked Havertz shot. Big up Aiden. JP said, where's the scouting? Why aren't we signing the players on the up? Players are stagnant. Yeah, we get leftovers. Tommy, rather Eric 7 Hog over the BTEC Pulis. 2 trophies in 2.5 years, and he was a shocking manager. And he, you know, what does it say about this guy? Nuruddin, thank you for the super sticker. And Whammer, Big C, are we a chance of recovering this situation with a good January window? The problem you've got, Whammer, right? If we're looking at solutions, because I always like to try and look for a solution, is January could be too late. I mean, I'm going to keep it 100, right? We're not out of the Champions League due to that defeat, but it puts us in a more difficult situation because now we've still got Sporting Lisbon. We've still got Monaco, you know, who are up there in the league. And they look like they're going to cause us problems. And we don't look like we're going to score goals. I think we actually need the international break because the club needs a bit of a reset. But half the squad's going to be on international duty. We seem to completely get injuries every international break. And in terms of the January window, when's the last time Arsenal attacked a January transfer window and went and got 2 or 3 players that significantly improved the team? I can't remember it. There might be a one player, Aubameyang, but that was because Alexis left. Arshavin, how long ago was that? You know, Jorginho and Trossard wasn't the window that we needed. We signed Kivior. Saliba got injured. He didn't even trust Kivior to play. He played Rob Holding. If he'd have signed a solid centre-back that season, when Saliba got injured, the new centre-back would have gone next to Gabriel. We might have won the league, but we didn't do it. Then last season, we needed a prolific goal scorer. We had Havertz. We didn't win the league. Then this season, we needed a prolific goal scorer, and he didn't do it. And now what's happening is you're putting too much pressure on Saka. You're putting too much pressure on our better players. And they look like... I feel like the body language of some of our players is changing. This isn't like just, oh, we've lost a game and, you know, we can bounce back from it. Saliba, you know, Saka, these guys, the frustration. And as I said before, I saw those looks on Fabregas, on Samir Nasri, on Robin Van Persie. Players were fed up. I'm a top player. These other guys aren't performing. I honestly think Saka's game would go to another level if he played for a better team with a better attacking system. Imagine Saka playing for Real Madrid or Liverpool or somebody like that. Imagine Saliba playing for Real Madrid or Barcelona. It's horrible. It's horrible. Let me see what Harvey had to say. And Harvey, listen, this is what I want to say. I don't mind people in the comments saying I disagree with you. Just be respectful. And you know what I mean? Harvey said, I'm sorry, I'm in the minority here. I'm heavy on the criticism, I think, but I felt we did not deserve to lose that game. We was the better out of the 2. Inter certainly didn't deserve it. And listen, you know, sometimes if that's a one-off, you can just say we were unlucky tonight, you know, blah, blah, blah. But we've lost to Bournemouth. We've lost to Newcastle. We've lost to Inter tonight. We were poor against Shakhtar, managed to grind out a win. So you can't really give them that excuse tonight, in my opinion. I could also say, if you was in that Inter Milan dressing room, or if you're an Inter Milan fan, you might look at that game and go, you know what? Nicked a goal from a penalty, sat back for the second half. They just lumped crosses in. We were never really panicked. 4 of our best players were on the bench, and it was light work. I don't think Inter are going in that dressing room going, bloody hell, they put us through it tonight, lads. Keeper's made 5 great saves. And, I think they're sitting there going, that wasn't that difficult. They put 45 crosses in. We headed nearly all of them away. And, yeah, we were the team that looked more progressive in the second half. But did we create a big chance in that game? Not really. It was the same thing over and over again, and it was predictable, and it was easy for them to deal with. So, yeah, the stats look great. You can put them stats on the screen and go, yo, we battered them. Inter were thinking about Napoli on Sunday. Simone Inzaghi thought, I can rest 4 of my first team and beat Arsenal. And he was thinking about Napoli. You think they're going to be on the bench against Napoli? They're not. I don't think these clubs rate us in Europe because we've never won it. So they're not scared of us. Inter Milan are thinking, could we have rested 4 players tonight and beaten them? Couldn't. We couldn't. So, listen, I get your point. We were the team that looked more likely to score, but it's not enough. Not with Bournemouth, not with Brighton, not with Newcastle. It's too much. It's too much. Arteta failed to find a solution with Odegaard or Saliba. Yeah, when they came out, it was mad, Ed. Ed, thank you for the super chat, bro. Lee said, I'm a Liverpool fan. I feel for you because I can see your team is effed under this manager. What's he done different to when Brendan was at Liverpool? 100%. We've said it for years. Arteta's our Brendan. Arteta is our Brendan. And Liverpool knew that it had ran its course. Liverpool were on the up, couldn't win the title. Then it started getting worse. Gerrard went, Sturridge started getting injured, Suarez. And then it was like, instead of sticking with him and allowing him to rebuild it, go for the top quality manager. At the end of the day, Arsenal, the reason why when I said back in the day I want Mourinho, it was Arsenal have never actually hired a top world-class manager or one of the best managers. Wenger was unknown when we got him. George Graham was he come from a lower team. Was it Millwall or someone? Wenger came from Japan. Emery's good but not elite in my opinion. Arteta had never managed. So why don't Arsenal actually say, you know what? Let's go and get one of the best managers we can possibly get and see how that works. Because we've never gone down that route. Everyone knew Jurgen Klopp was one of the best managers. This is a guy that has been to Champions League finals, won the league with Dortmund. It was only going to go one way, but this club won't do it because they're not about that life. As long as he gets Champions League, the only way they'll get rid of him is if he finishes outside the top 4. It's footy, not soccer. In all honesty, Curtis, I tend to agree with most of your takes, but not today. We pinned them in for 45. They're low on confidence, but it's a start. But I think, bro, we're supposed to be in a title race this year. We can't. I get what you're saying, and we did pin them in. I'm not going to disagree with that. Second half, we were the better team. But what did we really do in that second half? Apart from cross the same ball in for the whole 45 minutes, hoping that somebody's going to win a header. Like, where's the variety? Where's the long shots? Where's the through ball? Where's the substitutions? The team looked void of ideas. That, for me, is worrying when a manager's been at the club for 5 years. Sam said, see, we shouldn't even be where we are in the Prem and Champions League. When your goalkeeper is the player of the month, the team is finished. Arteta is done. I hear you on that, bro. Mo said, I might dislike Arteta. Group is more. Arteta, I swear these men don't even support Arsenal. Probably just have to troll. Real Arsenal fan says. Mo. MNN said, I can't believe that if Arsenal lose to Chelsea on Sunday, they will be ninth. Crazy bomber clock. Yo. Could be a mad international break. Ab said, Mikel following Pep to the T. When you lose, I lose. Just like that. Clown settings. Could be an inside job, man. Maybe Pep sent Mikel here to sabotage us so we never challenged him, you know? Sud said, whilst I appreciate the effort Arteta has done in 5 years, he is now shown out for his lack of experience and tactical in-game knowledge. Bro, honestly, Sud, you know right now, I'm not even mad with Arteta. The longer this goes on, the angrier I will get. You know, if Arteta walked away, I'd say, you know what, bro? You was right to take the job. Who would reject that job, right? Managerial job at Arsenal when you've never managed. And you played for the club. Of course you're going to take the job. New contract, 15 million. Of course you're going to take it. You've had a couple Champions League races. Didn't get over the line. You won the FA Cup in your first year. if you don't sort this out, this is going to get worse. And when you do leave the club, you're going to leave us in a worse position than when you came in, because we'll start losing our best players and we're going to be stuck with average players on high wages and we're going to have to start from scratch. My worry is the longer he stays at this club, the worse this gets. The board need to figure something out quickly. Say, listen, maybe at the most you give him a big January window if he can sort something out. But if not, you've got to ask serious questions. Ethan said Top Gooner's crying for Gyokeres. What about 29? Well, they said he was going to score 20 league goals. I've said from day one he ain't good enough. Gyokeres ain't going to come to Arsenal. No striker in their right mind would join this football club right now. If he can go to Barcelona and Man City, and why would... What, to get 30 crosses a game? Unless he's a monster in the air, why would you want to play for Arsenal as a striker? SG Wenger made players from water to wine, but with Arteta he turns players from water to ish. PR of con people that Arteta is great. He's actually a fraud. Without the PR, he's the paella Pardew. Simone Inzaghi's a far better manager than him. AMSN, I want an attacking manager. Nagelsmann for me. And Red Dust said it's like observing the different stages of grief process. As fans, we're just at different stages individually. We're in unknown territory. Forget the so-called process. You are spot on, bro. We're all suffering in some way. I mean, is it Nagelsmann or Nagelsmann? I mean, yeah, he's the German coach, isn't he? But there's options. There's options. Zidane, Mancini, out of work. Ancelotti, they're saying he could get sacked soon. You've got Nagelsmann. You've got Alonso might leave in the summer. There's no excuse. There's managers. There's managers, man. I don't know what to say about that game. I mean, listen, let me say one thing. Second half, we tried. We pinned them in, but it didn't happen. Sometimes as a team, you need leadership from your manager to give you that belief that we can get out of this, we can find a solution. The club looks short of ideas. The team looks short of ideas. We're in a tough situation right now. Honestly, we're in a tough situation. I'm looking at some of the player ratings. I mean, yeah, sixes all around, really, but horrible. Absolutely horrible. Inter sat back and soaked up the pressure and we couldn't find a way to break them down. That's my frustration. Like I said, if the keeper made loads of good saves, that'd be different. Joba said, to be honest, I hope we keep losing so they can sack Arteta. I think they'll wait till the end of the season. The only way they would sack him is if we missed out on top 4. Because that affects the money. Charles said, big up Big C, that performance, clown, we're going backwards. Listen, let me say something. I think the team tried. And that, for me, is probably more worrying. If the team didn't try today and lost, you could say, well, they've down tools. I actually think the team did try. I'm not even questioning the team's effort to that game today. I think they put in a shift, but they didn't have the quality and they didn't have the imagination of how to break them down. 3 at the back, De Vrij experienced. Bissek, he looks a bit of an animal. You know, Bastone's arguably their best defender. He was on the bench. Barella was on the bench. Thuram was on the bench. DeMarco was on the bench. This was supposed to be a game of two teams at a similar level going into battle at the San Siro. And they rested 4 of their best players and beat us 1-0. Now, people, we can cling to, okay, second half, we pinned them in. But I think they were comfortable. They were a comfortable defensive unit that said high crossers are not going to bother us. They know they can get the better of Havertz in the air. Martinelli, Saka, those guys are not big. That was a comfortable second half for Inter Milan. So I feel for the team because they put the effort in and couldn't find a way. So he doesn't trust Nwaneri. Why? Nwaneri did more in 8 minutes than Trossard did in 82 minutes. He spun 2 of their midfielders, got a shot off. We saw some attacking intent. Raheem Sterling, what the hell is this guy at the football club for? You might as well have kept Reece Nelson. Might as well have kept Reece Nelson than pay this guy's 100 and something grand a week out of his 300. Not used against Newcastle. Not used against Inter, and ineligible to play against Chelsea because it's his club that he's on loan from. And then it's international break. So he's there for no reason. He's there for training videos hype because he looks great in a training video, puts the ball in the top corner. It's insane what we're watching. It's absolutely insane. We've found out that Odegaard wasn't properly fit because we all thought Odegaard, he'll get 20 minutes, then we'll have him ready for Chelsea. He came on for 3 minutes. So after 3 minutes, I don't expect Odegaard to be starting at Stamford Bridge against Caicedo and them, man. So he'll be on the bench again on Sunday. So guess what? Will he be brave and play Nwaneri? No, he won't. He'll probably play Trossard again. I'm sorry, we're running down a dead end right now. Thought it was all about trophies, yet FA Cup equals sack. Bro, we're 5 years in. Trust the process wasn't about winning FA Cups and Carabao Cups. We said on the way to the promised land that we hope will be the Premier League, win FA Cups and Carabao Cups. He won an FA Cup in his first year. You can't then go to year 5 and justify the FA Cup. You're supposed to... We've been in the title race for 2 years. We look like we might not even be in the title race this year. If we lose or draw on Sunday, we are definitely out of the title race in November. Gone till November like Wyclef Jean people. I would take Gasperini from Atalanta. He's levels above him, but I don't think he'd come to Arsenal. He loves Atalanta. Ross said, repeat of Arteta's first full season. Yep. And Ellison said, big up Curtis, love your channel. I think the only manager that would come if Arteta walked away and are available is Xavi, Edin Terzic and Sergio Conceição. I think Mancini would come to Arsenal. Zidane, I just don't think they would have the ambition to go and get him. I think they could get Mancini. I think Mancini would come back to the Premier League. And he's won the Prem, he's won Serie A, he's won the Euros, he's won the Cup in Turkey. But Xavi, I'm not the biggest fan of Xavi. I know he did win the league at Barcelona. But, you know, it is what it is. I've always said I wanted Zidane or someone like that. But this club wouldn't get him. They haven't got the ambition. And you're right, we can't even keep clean sheets anymore. We're conceding all the time. I don't know what to say, people. I'm lost. I'm lost for words. I think it's actually worse that we put in so much effort and still weren't able to break them down. Look at this. I mean, look at... I'm going to bring this stat on screen. This is why I'm saying to Harvey... I know what you're saying, Harvey. But this isn't a one-off. This is not a one-off, people. I mean, look at this. Arsenal in away matches in the Champions League in 2024 didn't score away at Porto, didn't score away at Bayern Munich, didn't score away at Atalanta, and didn't score away at Inter Milan. Now, now people telling me I'm overreacting. We dominated the second half. We had 21 shots, blah, blah, blah. This ain't no one-off, people. 4 away games in the Champions League without scoring a goal. And you're telling me this isn't park the bus Tony Pulis football? How the hell are we not scoring a goal in 4 Champions League away games? Unbelievable. And in those 4 games where we're not scoring, 3 defeats and 1 draw. We went to Porto, got beat, had to beat them in the home game on penalties. And Bayern Munich, we got knocked out the Champions League for that. Atalanta, we drew. We played poor, but it wasn't the end of the world. And tonight, we've got beaten again. It's a recurring theme. It's the same story. If it's a one-off, you can let it go. If it keeps happening, you can't ignore it. You can't ignore it. You cannot ignore it. And Henry said it, and they tried to come for him. We beat PSG. He went, great result. I need to see Arsenal do that away from home. And they can't. They can't do it away from home. They can't do it. We can't keep hiding behind referees and VAR. And why is there such a lack of firepower after 700 million? Where's the goal scorers in this team? That Chelsea game's insane. We're out of the top 8 now, by the way. So we're in the playoff zones now, which we know that playoff zone at the moment is crazy because Real Madrid are in there. You know, there's big clubs in there. Imagine if we got Real Madrid over 2 legs in the knockout part of the group. we'd be out. We wouldn't even get through. Charles said the boys tried. I'm on about Arteta not good enough. Arteta's got to be the first one out the door. This team right now, they're looking for help. I feel sorry for that team. I actually do. They needed pushing to that next level. You didn't quite win the league, but we're going to give you that to help you. Like last year when we didn't win the league, they went, okay, Declan Rice, 100 million, Urian Timber, 40 million, David Raya came in, Havertz came in. I wouldn't have signed Havertz, but they went, there you go. There's a group of players that we think are going to uplift this group. Last season, 2 points behind Man City. Man City only signed Savinho and Gundogan. We needed 3-4 players to come in and go, listen, we're here to help. We're going to lift the level of this group. We're going to take the pressure off Saka, take it off Rice, Odegaard, Saliba. We're going to help. Where was the help? Where was the help? A defender from Italy most of us had never heard of 6 months ago. People talking about he's got aura because he's got long hair. In Calafiore, who's injured. Marino, who looks absolutely dreadful. Now, I'm not saying he can't turn things around, but he's been awful in the first few games. And Raheem Sterling, and I'm not going to cap. You know me, people. I was capping for the culture. He's a former Premier League winner, Raheem Sterling. I met him a few times, Jamaican born. The culture was strong, people. And the introduction video was banging as well. You haven't seen the best of me yet. I said, Ross, Sterling means business. But he might as well not even be here. He's about as much use as the corner flag at the moment. All I see is him warming up and then he doesn't come on. Man said Calamari. You're right. We've signed Calamari instead of Calafiore. We've signed San Marino instead of Mikel Merino. And we've signed Vibes Cartel instead of Raheem Sterling. What kind of help is that? How the hell was that going to get you past Manchester City? Now, guess what, people? We've been overtaken by Liverpool. And I always said this, me and Turkish on the OGs. I said, imagine we get a season where Man City fall off a little bit. And imagine if we're not the team that takes advantage of it. Imagine Man City actually finish second. It doesn't quite happen for them. The hunger's not there. Walker looks a bit finished. De Bruyne's getting injured. Haaland's not. He's in and out of form. Rodri out all season. Bernardo Silva's agent talking about Barcelona again. Imagine they have that season where they drop off. And Liverpool go, thank you very much, mate. You thought we were finished, right? No, we got Van Dijk, we got Trent, we got world-class players, winners. And Slot's come in and gone, you know what? Look at that squad. I can work with that. But people say to me, who do you replace him with? Liverpool just lost one of the greatest managers that they've ever had in recent years, by the way. He won them the Prem, the Champions League, the FA Cup, the League Cup. He won everything. Arne Slot, most of us had never heard of him. I didn't know much about him. I'd heard of him because I think Tottenham tried to get him the year before. I thought, could be a drop-off with him. No drop-off, mate. They actually look better. So why are people afraid? It's like we're being held hostage by the thought of restarting. We're not restarting. We're just going to reset. You know, like when you had a Nintendo back in the day and the cartridge used to get a bit dusty. You had to take it out and blow the dust out of it and just reset. We're not pulling out the plug, people. We're not starting again. We're just going to get the dust out of it and just reset. Super Mario, we're playing, people. We're playing. People are afraid to reset, man. Reset this team. Give Saka a new manager who says, listen, bro, get 15 yards higher up the pitch. Ben White, hit him on the overlap. And let's see if Saka can score 20 league goals. Let's see if he can score 20 league goals. Because this team look afraid to attack. We look scared. We look timid. We look like we're worried about... It doesn't make sense. You let go of Smith Rowe. You didn't replace him with another creative midfielder. Then Odegaard gets injured for 7-8 weeks and you don't have a suitable replacement. In fact, the suitable replacement is Nwaneri and you haven't trusted him. This isn't enjoyable. This was supposed to be a golden period for Arsenal, where the success was coming. Trust the process. Edu was at the front of that. Edu leaving should tell everyone there's a problem. I don't just buy into they offered him triple the wages. Forest made him that offer in the summer, and he rejected it. So the money wasn't the issue. He doesn't like what's happening behind the scenes at Arsenal. And I'm not saying Edu was the man to lead us to the promised land. But what I'm saying is this process ain't what it appears to be. People are falling out. There's power struggles in the boardroom. I don't care what Sky say about, there's no power struggle. There is a power struggle. This guy rejected it 3 months ago and left 3 months later after a defeat. Didn't even wait till the international break and say, let me go when you've got a 2-week break. Man said, what? You've lost to Newcastle? Right, anyway, I'm off, mate. I'm going to Nottingham. Got a big night out tonight in Oceania. You know what I mean? Come on. Listen, I'm getting out of here. I've had enough. Arsenal therapy, 2 p.m. Chelsea just reduced their wage bill by 100k by giving us Sterling. Brilliant business. Louise, Willian, Havertz, Gallas. We are Chelsea's gutter. Peter Cech and Benayoun, by the way, as well. We're in their recycling bins. Season-defining week. Going well, isn't it? Yeah, exactly, Armin. Listen, I want to say a big thank you to the community. One thing's for sure, you lot turn up, unlike this Arsenal team, and you don't put 45 crosses in the penalty area in the hope that someone's going to head the ball in. We're at 2,000 likes. If we can get that to 3,000, it would be amazing. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Fan cam will be out in the next 20 minutes. It won't be nice. Like I said, I'm not even angry. I'm not even shouting. I'm beyond it. I'm tired. I'm just tired. I'm bored. Bored of this team. Chelsea on the weekend. Not looking forward to that game. And I tell you what, I cannot wait. Cannot wait for the international break. Cannot wait. I can't wait. I'll just watch Jamaica. I'll watch England. I'll watch NBA. I need a break from Arsenal. Seriously. This ain't good for no one. This is not good. 2 p.m. tomorrow, Arsenal therapy. Fan cam will be out in the next 20 minutes. Inter Milan 1, Arsenal 0. Their first defeat in the Champions League this season. 4 Champions League away games in a row, away from home, without scoring a goal. This attack is about as blunt as a wooden spoon. It's ridiculous. Cross the ball and pray and hope for the best, people. Chelsea at the weekend. Cold Palmer's waiting. I'm off to watch NBA, people. Take care, everyone. Bless.